Jack, let's go, man. He's back. The man is back, yo. We can have all these wild-ass fights, man. You heard? That's what boxing need. We need a villain. Fury used to be the villain, but now everybody like him now. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, but that's because he won. He wasn't getting caught cheating. What are you talking about?
Nah, fuck all that, man. Yo, listen. The man only 33. Let him live. Take off the docket. Let him live, man. Fuck it, man. Let him live. He lives on some Frankenstein shit. Let him live, man. Let him come back and see how he do. If he throw 30 punches, 40 punches off the juice, remember, we can still get these fights, man. Heavyweight got to get charged up again, man. If Fury don't come back, who the villain? Chisora got 9 losses. Come on, Dan. He can't diss me today, man. I'm telling y'all. I'm looking at
career high. Career high. He just went in a career high. You think that he gonna be? You think he gonna be your Lord and Savior? Come on, man.
Listen, man. Nah, man. Don't hate, man. Nah, man.
What's going on?
He talking about, I believe in him. He gonna come in chiseled. He gonna come in ripped. Just wait in a career high. He fighting in Argentina, bro. Like, he was clear to fight in Nevada. Why didn't Triller put the card on for him?
I was DM'd. You could check it. They were saying that the investors backed out. They didn't want to be part of that fight, but I don't know how true that was. But you see?
Okay.
But we're in studio with Brendan Teller of
True School
Sports. I know you from Just Another Kid from Florida, right?
Yeah,
That's
on Instagram.
Yeah. So how are you, brother?
Talking to the mic,
Good.
bro.
It's good to be here, man.
What brings you to Vegas?
Had to come see some friends real quickly.
Okay.
And go back home.
All right. So how long you in town?
Couple weeks.
Oh, good, good. So you've been hitting up the gyms or what?
Nah, I just got here yesterday. So.
Oh wow! So we're the first stop. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah.
I've been obviously following you for a while, and I think we were together in the Evander Holyfield media workout.
Yeah, Vitor Belfort out there in South Florida.
So how's things been since then? What's up with the channel? What's the new goals for this year? Talk to us.
Yeah, things are great, man. Just I think for me, the main thing for me has just been trying to get out to more fights because I live in South Florida. We don't get a lot of big fights out there, so it's like Vegas, L.A., New York City, trying to get out to more fights, out there. I was just in New York City for Beterbiev Smith, and things going great. And as far as goals, just trying to deliver the best boxing content and be one of the ambassadors for great boxing content on YouTube.
So your shirt, I see it's rubbing my co-host the wrong way. You wore it purposely for Danny?
I wore it. Yeah, I wore it on purpose.
Why would it rub me the wrong way?
I'm fucking with you. We're teasing you, Canelo fan. We're teasing you.
Honestly, when he walked in with it, I read it as Canelo Express. I thought he was saying he on the Canelo train.
No,
I didn't even read it right.
Nah.
Yeah, so
he's never on the Canelo train.
Never.
I ain't know.
Never,
Why?
Sir.
Why not? Why not? I mean, he's unified 3 divisions, undisputed 1, and became a champion at a 4th.
Now, I know
has a few ring magazines along the way.
This is gonna rub you the wrong way, but for me, it really all stems from the whole like Andrade thing. I always wanted him to fight Andrade, and then when he had multiple instances where he acted bigger than the sport and called him a horrible fighter, and I don't. He's a great fighter. I take nothing from him. I just feel like, you know what, you shouldn't really be demeaning another man who's been a 2-division champion, U.S. Olympian, amateur world champion, things like that, and he always found ways to get out the fight. I even saw Canelo on New Year's Day this year at the Louis Ortiz Charles Martin press fight.
Yeah, in Miami, right?
In Miami, yeah. I was there, and I saw him. I asked him right up to him. I said, hey, when you going to fight Andrade? And then he was like, he's the same thing he said in Texas.
Yeah,
he's fucking horrible.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, like, had he said it outside of that press conference?
Yeah, he said it to me.
But I mean, yeah, but can you, like, somebody comes in and let's say somebody comes in and ruins your wedding as you doing your vows, you're gonna be like, nah, fuck you.
I mean, that was post fight. Why would we use a metaphor on that level?
I'm just saying,
a wedding and your post fight is 2 different things. A wedding happens once.
Unifying a 3rd belt, right? Might be to some the biggest night of his life. Did the most fans, 73,000. So it's like, I mean, I was in the press conference room when that shit. I found it funny personally.
No, I
found it funny on both ends, and I have relationship. Truthfully, I have more of a relationship with Boo than I do Canelo. I found it funny, from both ends. I didn't really have a problem with what Canelo said because of what Boo Boo did.
I feel like it's Boo Boo.
But Laura did the same thing. Laura did the same thing, and Laura got the fight.
Yeah,
so
and that's player, right? And
but I feel like it's Boo Boo's fault. It's Boo Boo's fault.
But come on, he waited till Canelo. Like, why wasn't you doing the shit when Canelo was at 54?
He was.
What the press conference
interview with him? He had the famous interview.
Storming.
No, so he definitely had made, with me, he's done interviews when he was at 54. And then remember, he did storm the press conference when he was at 54 for the Charlo brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't Canelo, but he's been doing this. But it's his fault, in my opinion, Brendan, because he never continues. So he did the whole post-fight.
He didn't sustain it, you're saying?
He never does.
Yeah.
He fights and he leaves. He gets in a fight announcement. It's me again. And he fights and then he leaves. You don't see him. You don't know from. We'll go to his IG right now. What is he posting? What is he talking about?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
Nothing. So it's out of sight, out of mind. It's your fault.
I'm like one of the biggest Boo Boo fans. So like even me, being a big fan of his, I've gotten frustrated with him because like with the whole like Johnny Beck thing. He did the interview on Fight Hype with and they asked him about fighting Johnny Beck, and he's kind of sticking his nose about Johnny Beck. And I want to see that fight because he's not gonna get Benavidez. He's not gonna get Charlo. He's not gonna get Plant. Go to the Johnny Beck fight. I think that's his last fight on the DAZN Matchroom deal. Win that fight. That'll be his like 6 or 7 title defense, and then you could use that as leverage and try to go sign with someone else. Gotta do something.
I don't know, man. I think that he's a victim of his own career. The people he's fought are not interesting. None of them are worth mentioning. He hasn't fought a legitimate fighter maybe since Willie Nelson. I don't know.
No, I mean, I don't know if you could say that because a lot of these guys he fights, I know they're not the biggest names, right? But a lot of these guys were coming off career best wins when he fought them.
Career best wins only means that Liam Smith, or rather Williams, got back in the winning column. He already had lost to a 54-pounder in Callum that the world, especially people like you, like to discredit Canelo for doing. You guys like to say, well, Canelo fought Liam instead of Andrade. As soon as Andrade dropped the belt, he fought Liam. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Why the fuck could Liam Smith beat the shit out of Williams twice, be garbage when Canelo fights him, but Williams could get back in the green column and Andrade could beat him, and he's doing something?
He stopped Alontes Fox the fight right before Andrade. Alontes Fox never got stopped before. It's a good win.
I
love
Alontes, but he's never won a world title. He's never won a regional title. He's never won an interim title. He's never won a regular title. Again, Andrade is a victim of his own shit. So, I swear. He's not doing enough. Laura did enough and he doesn't speak English and he's a southpaw. So what's the excuse? You can't tell me that Canelo's afraid of Andrade. He fought 2 southpaws when they were undefeated. And granted, Laura was not, but we all know he was robbed on ESPN.
Why didn't he fight
Williams.
that southpaw? Why didn't he fight Andrade?
But that's the point.
He had the last belt at 60.
Think about it. Laura knew Spanish and was able to disrespect Canelo in front of his community by going up to the podium and snatching the mic. That's enough to earn you the fight. Trout actually beat Cotto for the belt. That's enough to earn you the fight. Tell me what this man has done.
He was the champion.
What has he done?
He was the champion.
For a vacant
at
title.
160, but he was the champion. Doesn't matter.
Another vacant title. He's never won a title from a champion, Brandon. Who's he beat? He was about to fight Zach Parker for another fucking vacant.
Is it more valuable to be champion undisputed at 160, one of the original 8-weight classes in boxing, or to be champion undisputed at 168? Which one holds more value?
I think it's more important. I think it's more important to undispute. There is no greater accolade. Whether you want to say 60 is historically nostalgic to you, it means dick shit.
Well, it's not nostalgic to me.
That's what you're saying. It's historically one of the divisions. Why? Because Sugar Ray Robinson fought there that we have no fucking tape on.
Carlos Monzon, Bernard Hopkins.
None of that shit.
Did you watch Bernard Hopkins?
None of that shit matters to me,
but you
only thing that matters is what you're doing now.
You can't say B-Hop when B-Hop fought in that division when there was way more than the original 8. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's not like
B-Hop also fought in that division when name 6 fighters that fought in that division with B-Hop. Name 6 wins that he got at 160, not name Oscar or Trinidad.
6 wins. I'm gonna get my 6 before I list them because 6 wins at 6.
Telling you, everybody talks about B-Hop's 20. Everybody talks about B-Hop's 20 defenses. Give me 6 names, not named Oscar Trinidad and William Joppy, I think.
Oh, I can't name William Joppy? Okay.
I mean, because you only naming the famous people. Give me the 20 defenses. He was so great.
Robert Allen.
Okay, keep going. You're going to help us with history because I don't know none of those guys.
Robert Allen, Antoine Eccles twice because I know they had a rematch. Antoine Eccles, Robert Allen, Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor. I'm blanking out after that. Those are 3 good ones, though. Yeah. Jermaine Taylor.
Robert Allen.
Yeah. Antoine Eccles. Was Antoine Eccles 54 or 60?
That was 60.
That was 60, okay.
None of them names made any blip on the radar right now except Jermaine Taylor.
He fought Robert Allen 3 times at 60. Holy hell.
No, that division was full of killers.
Holy hell.
It was full of killers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what I'm saying. We remember what we want to remember. B-Hop was great because he had 20 defenses regardless of who he defended. Andrade.
Well, why can't you say that about Andrade?
That's what I'm saying. That's a phrase. In people's eyes, he was great because he defended it 20 times regardless of who he defended. But then when a white man did it, he was a bum.
Who?
His name was Bum Lufkin.
Oh, no, he's not a bum either.
Oh, you must ain't been on the internet.
No, I have been on the internet. I know.
So you telling me they wasn't calling him a bum?
They were calling him a bum.
You telling me they wasn't saying he never fought nobody? I know, but again,
I know people. I know what the
we're talking about the internet,
the narratives,
and the narratives.
He fought 54 pounders. Exactly. I know what they say.
Exactly.
I'm very aware.
But that's my point. The HBOs, the pound for pounders, they glorified what Golovkin did, even though he was fighting 54 pounders, even though he was pulling up Curtis Stevens and Gabriel Rosado and
Kell Brook,
fucking Terriano Johnson. I mean, the names go on and on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kell Brook, like you said. So I don't know. I mean,
that was a 47.
Who? Kell Brook?
Yeah, that was a straight money grab.
I mean, that was truthfully, that was Chris Eubank Jr.'s father's fault. Junior wanted to fight. The father started calling Eddie, talking about they need to change the ticket prices and they want to sell them for more expensive because the Eubank name, yada, yada, yada. Eddie's like, bro, this ain't no co-promotion. We giving you some concessions because of who you are, but this ain't no co-promotion. And they had to walk away, and that's why allegedly Kell Brook filled in. For all we know, it could have been always the plan, but Eubank was slotted to face Gennady.
Yeah, I remember that. He lost his pen. They say he lost his pen or whatever.
Is that I've never heard that. Is that like the saying when somebody don't sign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He lost his pen. And then what was crazy too, I remember Kell Brook they were talking about making the Jesse Vargas unification for the WBO and the IBF belts, and then that fell through, and then that's how he got the fight.
See, look, they're saying don't mention GGG with Hopkins, but they did the same thing. And I mean, one can argue, did B-Hop undispute because he was in the 3-belt era?
Yeah.
Oh,
when he fought Trinidad, that was the undisputed.
Well, there you go. I mean, technically, Gennady did that too. He had 3 belts and the 4th because I think he was the ring until Canelo beat him, right? Or did the ring get settled during that fight?
I believe the ring. I think he won. Canelo won the ring belt when he beat Golovkin.
Because it was pretty much a general consensus that Gennady was the man at middleweight, and Canelo was ducking him. Mm-hmm. Canelo got mad at Mauricio because Mauricio tried to mandate that. You know, he's like, you picking a dude that's not even Mexican.
Nah,
that's why he cut him off for about a year.
But I feel like it was longer than that. I felt like he wasn't fucking with them for years. I felt like it almost got to the point where he would never fuck with them again.
Who?
Am I tripping? Yeah, Canelo. You
and,
feel like
and Mauricio.
Yeah.
After the whole, give me my belt.
Yeah.
Well, he got on Golovkin's
what I remember
train.
Wasn't that like part of it too? He was like, wasn't he in court with that Star Boxing trial? Mm-hmm. It was like right after a fight, and they're like, how you trying to have me negotiate a fucking fight when I'm in court right now?
Yeah.
Not to mention, Oscar told him, don't worry, whatever happens in court, we'll pay, I think, $15 million or half of the $15 million. Court case got settled. Oscar ain't pay shit. Yup. So, I mean, what do you think Andrade has to do, though?
To get a fight?
To get a legitimate fight?
Fuck.
You know, because I wasn't excited for Zach Parker. I know that was a big guy that worst case scenario would have gave him a tough fight and he wouldn't even have got credit for beating him. Maybe some UK dudes, because they're real fans over there, and Zach rate Zach Parker.
Zach had a couple decent wins before the fight, so he stopped Von Alexander.
I want to see the rest of the shirt, man.
So yeah, it says Canelo Express.
Wow, he put 50.
And then it's the date.
Oh, I thought that was the record. I was like, damn, you found 7 losses for my man?
I was just having fun, man. I was having a little
No,
fun.
bro, because I honestly felt stupid. I really thought that shit said Canelo Express.
So why would I put a picture of him getting
Bro, but it's just like, I'm not, I see the words, but it's like.
Yeah. When you just look at it.
I didn't overanalyze it until he said something, and I'm like, oh, shit. And then I was looking at it on camera, and I just see fucking Bivol's jab just going straight
just
down the pipe.
Right down his throat.
Right down the pipe. Right down the pipe. Yeah. No, man, it's the boxing game. Like, shit.
It's what it is,
Just because your favorite fighter lose, like, it is
like
what
my
it
favorite
is.
fighter is Roman Gonzalez, and when he got knocked out against Rongvisai, it was what it was. You gotta take.
He won that first fight, didn't he?
I thought he won the first fight.
Yeah. That's
what happens. That's what happens when HBO tells you someone's pound for pound.
No, he was pound for pound though. He was. No, who do you think was pound for pound at that time?
Man, he don't even remember.
I mean, wow, we talking HBO.
Yeah, that was March 2016. That was
2016, like mid to late 2016, or late.
No. That was early. That was March. That was March
2015.
No, I'm saying when they actually designated him as pound for pound number one. It was just after
2016. 2016. What did Crawford do? Didn't he undispute?
Not at this point. No.
Crawford didn't undispute till like what 2017.
1 year later.
Like, because if you remember the fight with Ward and Kovalev was November 19th, 2016. Mm-hmm. That was called pound for pound. So maybe you could say if you want to.
Yeah, no, you got to put Ward in there because he moved up.
But he moved up to 75 for that fight. That was before. I mean, that was after. That was after.
That was number one before that fight happened.
That was after.
There's no way in 2016 Chocolatito was above everybody to be at number one. It's just not possible.
Then just tell me like who.
No, I mean,
because I can tell you.
I'm not as good as you guys. I call him the almanac. I would need to see a list of those people, but I just don't. 2016, bro. I mean, Mikey was definitely on that list, no?
No, Mikey didn't come back.
Mikey was inactive at the time, right?
Mikey was inactive. He hadn't come back yet. He hadn't came back.
Because what I remember, right? I remember, so Chocolatito's HBO debut was on the Golovkin-Dominic Wade undercard. Mm-hmm. He stopped Edgar Sosa, and then the next fight after that was Valoria, and then the fight...
But that's what I'm saying. See, Brian Valoria, how old was he, bro? Hawaiian Punch was how old?
He was still a top guy. Still a top 5 guy. And then the fight before his HBO debut, he beat
Gennadi's still considered a top guy. If Charlo beats him, what they're going to say?
It's a good win.
Nah, you're so optimistic. He know he lying. They're going to be like, man, he was old as hell. Well, Charlo fought Bundridge at 44. Gennadi at 41.
I'm not really into like discrediting fighters, man. Like, you can only beat who's put in front of you.
I hear
How many times we seen guys that a guy was supposed to beat and they fucked up and lost to him?
Not a lot.
It happens though.
I mean, yeah, it happens, but it's not often.
I mean, Jamel Charlo lost to Tony Harrison. He wasn't supposed to lose to Tony Harrison.
Ooh, I don't know about all that.
AJ lost to Ruiz.
I mean, I guess I'll admit that maybe Harrison was an underdog, but you know, my audience know I've been high on Harrison for a while, and I was very upset that he lost in Connecticut to.
Oh, was it
Nelson?
Yeah, no, I like Tony Harrison too. His problem is just that he always gasses, 8th, 9th, 10th round. But if we're talking like skill for skill at 154, he might be the best.
What you think happens with him and Danny? I put out a short today that I think Danny, because like first of all, I'm not even sure Danny could be Jose Benavidez. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because he doesn't throw any punches.
Exactly.
He's always sitting there.
So then if he gets past him, that Harrison fight that was a rumor becomes more of a possibility. And after Harrison did that to Sergio, I don't know that Danny wants those problems.
Well, like with Tony, right? I like Tony, but he's a very inconsistent fighter. Like you look at his last couple fights. He fought with Perella. Was lucky to get out of there. What was it? Was it a draw?
Draw, yeah. But people thought
he lost.
But that's a fighting down.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's true. I'm not in his body. I don't know if that's accurate. But I look at situations like that where you look at a guy like Harrison that he's a phenomenal boxer who just has a bad tank. He's not supposed to lose to Perella, so he fought down to that competition. Yeah. I think that when the Danny fight is official, he'll be up for it like he was up for Sergio because he's seen what Sergio brought to Fundora. You know, everybody, I thought he was going to box Fundora. And then he's like, fuck it, I'm bringing it to this kid. I'm going to fight him. And that was a beautiful fight. But, you know, I think it let Harrison know, like, I got to take this kid serious or he'll outpoint me because he's active.
Yeah, no, I like the Tony Danny fight because, like, you don't really know how Danny's power is going to carry up at 54. And, you know, Tony will probably be winning all the round, the majority of the rounds until, you know, Danny catches doing something, or if Danny catches doing something. But if Danny doesn't catch him on anything, then Tony will outpoint him. So it's a really interesting fight. I know Tony last year did an interview with Brian Custer and was on record saying he wants that fight. That's a fight he really wants. So
Yeah.
make it happen.
But that's what I'm saying. Does Danny take it? Can he beat a Harrison? Harrison's big and he's been big for a while.
First. We can't.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Some people feel like Benavidez is done. They seen that last fight, which also should have been a loss for Jose.
Yeah, Torres.
So
Torres.
they're thinking Danny can get him. But I'm with you. Danny ain't letting his hands go for a long time. We still talking about his left hook from the Matisse fight. Like, get that shit out of here.
I think Danny is an extremely complacent fighter. Like, he's got everything a fighter can want out of boxing. Money, properties, businesses. He doesn't need, like, why is he boxing?
You are absolutely right. And he's popular.
Yeah.
You know, his other ventures take off. He's consistently doing the clothing line. His sisters have blown up. Yeah. He's got all the cars he wants. He lives in Miami. I don't know. I don't see the hunger.
Yeah.
I don't see the hunger.
How can you be hungry when you're sleeping in silk sheets? What was that quote? Jack Dempsey or?
Nah, I don't really believe that because it's like, come on, like Floyd literally changed the whole fucking sport and how fighters are getting paid.
Yeah, but Floyd is different. No one has ever posted that they running at 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning. Only Floyd.
Yeah, but what you post and what's really going on don't really matter.
It don't matter. This is a world.
I've seen fighters post in the gym. When I'm like, damn, like, I literally know you didn't work out today.
Yeah.
Like, I know that.
Happens all the time.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like.
Listen, I'm not saying that the post is, you know, an absolute.
Yeah.
But I would rather see you post than not fucking post. And it goes back to Andrade. I'd rather see you post than not post. Keep me entertained. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We got so many networks. There's ESPN, The Zone, Showtime, Fox. Am I missing?
You said The Zone? Do you say The Zone?
So we got 4 networks. Like, you need to do something to get me to go over there.
Yeah.
I got my own children, a business.
Grown man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got hobbies. How are you getting me to watch you? What the fuck are you doing? It can't just be that you win fights. That's not enough. Because look at Bivol. He only got 500,000 followers. Andy B. AJ got 2 million. It gotta be more than just winning a fight. Like, this is the entertainment business. These dudes think, oh, I'm good. I'm number 1. That ain't enough.
Because like boxing, at the end of the day, boxing is like Frank Bruno said. Boxing is show business with blood. You know, you got to keep people intrigued outside that ring.
Absolutely. Why do you think Christy Martin was on mad co-mains? Because she bled and made people bleed. You know. So I don't know. But other than Andrade, who are you looking to get a fight? Who would you want to see in the ring? Let's go to the Boots.
Like matchups.
Yeah, let's go to Boots. Who should Boots fight?
Next, I'll go with Keith Thurman, man. I like the Keith Thurman fight. No?
Being from Florida, how could you do that? How could you?
Well, he's from Tampa. He's not from South Florida, so it's okay.
Oh my God. Okay. He's from fucking St. Petersburg. Yeah. It's like vacation city, baby. Listen, why would you want to see Keith? First of all, maybe we are different wave patterns here.
Okay.
Do you think Keith is back 100%?
Oh, no. Not really. But you know,
did you expect Keith to get a knockout over Barrios?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So why the fuck? What is he gonna do with Boots besides fold?
So this is
what,
a name.
What is it worth?
I'm gonna tell you why I want to see
I know it's a name to give a man popularity, but it's not a real win.
You was just sitting here saying how the fuck that Laura did the talking shit at the press conference, got the fight, and your mans couldn't, and you said that he deserved a fight. So that's the type of fight you want to set him up with.
I mean, there's other fights.
Get a mega fight.
No, there's other fights, but Keith's a big name. He's only lost to Pacquiao, so it's like if he's gonna be getting those big fights, because I want Boots to fight like Spence and Crawford, like now. Like I'd rather.
Me too. Me too. I don't like the fact
when I say that, there's always a loud segment of people that say, "Oh well, he hasn't fought no big names," and I'll say, "Well, okay, he fought guys. His last 3 fights, right? Clayton, Delorme, Lipinets. Their combined record was 60 wins, 6 losses, 3 draws, 40 knockouts. You can check me on that one if you want." But they say, oh, well, those guys weren't good. So if those guys aren't good enough, then get him in there with a name. Get him in there with a name so he can put that on his resume, and then he could be more, he can get those fights that we want to see him in. The big-time fights, Crawford, Spence, maybe Virgil, which that will ever happen.
He'll never get
that. So look, you just brought Boots up, right? And I want Boots in there with a name.
Yeah.
You know the name I'm calling for?
Well, who?
Keith Thurman, bro.
Y'all saying the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm not calling for a guy that's 2 divisions below to move up for me to fight you, because I want him to show that he can go against a top guy in that division or
Who's your example though? What metaphor is that?
He's talking about Andrade. He's talking about Andrade.
I'm saying
Andrade's at 60, and then Canelo's at 75. Oh, he's not there no more.
No,
talking about Andrade still?
Yeah, well, yeah, because you said you wanted Andrade to fight Boots, which I found
no, not Andrade.
Yeah, he said Keith.
I said Keith Thurman.
That's what I meant, Keith Thurman. Yeah, Keith Thurman.
But you do too.
No,
you just said Keith.
We agree. We agree.
You just said I want Keith.
We agree.
For Boots.
That's what he said.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yo, get off the weed, bro. You sure you're not?
Are you here with me, Chad?
So no. I heard him saying that he wants Keith to move up to fight Boo Boo.
No,
Oh,
Boots.
all right, never mind.
No. Wow.
My bad, bro. That's why I'm like, hold on. How do you want that fight for Boo Boo?
But technically speaking, Keith should have that energy. Boo Boo's the only man to beat him twice in the amateurs. Like, have that energy, but his ass ain't even. That's what I'm saying. Like,
another content
I
fighter.
love Keith. He knows that, but his heart and his mind.
Repeat what
ain't
you
in
just
it.
said, because you just said like the biggest thing. What I agree is
a content fighter.
Yeah, he's a content fighter.
Who, Keith?
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
I feel like almost like
right now.
I didn't ever get it.
Right
I didn't ever get it a few years ago because I was of the mindset like, no, these dudes are getting in there. They deserve all the money they can get. So if Al is paying them, let him pay him.
Yeah.
But Al is to blame. He's made them complacent. Like, Jamal makes millions of dollars to fight who he's fighting without doing any interviews, and it's like, fuck you. I don't need you. I fight when I have to fight. I don't have to do an interview. I don't have to be popular. I'll just sit here and wait. But it's also the same reason he's never got the Canelo fight.
Some of these guys just don't get it. They don't get it.
If you don't move the needle, you don't move the needle. These guys think just being undefeated is not enough.
No,
it's just not enough, because if it was, Andrade and Charlo would have had the fight.
Long time
I
ago.
guarantee Jamel gets the fight with Canelo or a bigger name or a big name before Jamal and Andrade.
So you're saying Jamel gets the Canelo fight? Wow.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
As much as people hate Canelo, he likes to challenge himself. When he fought Trout, that was a challenge.
Yeah.
He was fighting a southpaw for the first time. Golden Boy, it's on record. They could Google. Golden Boy Oscar, they didn't want that.
Yeah.
Then they didn't want Laura. Then they didn't want Floyd. So that's 3 challenges. Then the world thought he was ducking Gennady and he gave him 24 rounds. Then you don't fight enough black fighters. So he fought Jacobs.
And he fought Plant too.
No, but Plant, people thought Plant he was going to win. So, Sergey Kovalev was like, oh, you fought a dude with a busted liver. So he went back to 75 and lost to Bivol, and now he's a bum because he lost. Because he wanted to prove.
I think the Bivol
He
fight
wanted to prove, oh, I beat that champion, and you're saying that wasn't good enough because he was an alcoholic or he was old. I'm going to beat this young champion. And he lost, so he's a bum. It's a cherry pick going wrong. Like, boxing really sucks.
I wouldn't call it a cherry pick, but I do think it was a hand-picked opponent. I think Bivol, if you watch his last couple of fights before he fought Canelo against Salamov and Craig Richards, he didn't look like the Bivol he did in 2019, 2018. So it gave Canelo the confidence, along with that money DAZN threw at him, for that Golovkin fight as well, to go ahead and make that Bivol fight.
I'm not gonna lie to you. To me, that was the best he had ever looked.
Bivol?
Yeah, like I've seen him fight much lesser opposition in person, and I was more impressed in the Canelo fight.
But you know what's crazy is like I don't really think Bivol's beat anybody using his full skill set yet. Like the only guy I really feel like he looked great against and I watched like most of his fights was when he fought Sullivan Barrera. That was actually his last stoppage victory with Sullivan Barrera in 2018. He hasn't had, you can check me on that, but he hasn't had a knockout since that fight, and he's just beating these guys by decision.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, I've seen him fight in person. Like I was in Chicago when he fought Lenny Castillo.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember like watching
that's the fight that made me sour on him.
What?
Maybe he did it by design, but once he Once Callum Smith moved up for the first time and blanked my Dominican brethren, and your man Bivol went 12, I'm like, pfft. Then he went 12 with Richards.
Yeah.
You know, I really thought Canelo was going to beat him.
Well, he's
he
one of
fooled
these.
me.
Bivol's one of these guys. He's mastered the art of outboxing people. He's not going to put himself at risk to get hurt or get punched up if he don't got to.
I noticed that once he was fighting Canelo and he was doing 1, 2, 1 instead of the hook. I'm begging for a hook. And then it wasn't there because sometimes he threw it in that Canelo fight and missed. Why? Mm-hmm. It was better for him to do 1, 2, 1 and keep Canelo at the end. Just keep him at the end.
Not give punches.
Not give him the space to get to that body.
And the thing about Bivol that people don't talk about is like the feints. He's probably got like some of the best feints in boxing. That's why
I didn't notice. That's why I have to go watch it
again. Go back
and
check like the foot feints. A lot of the feints that he's throwing out there, it offsets what the opponent wants to do, so they can't really do what they normally want to do against him because. And it don't look great, you know. He's not gonna ooh you and ah you, but he's extremely effective at what he does.
Yeah, no, I remember. It was his second fight, I believe, in America ever.
Yeah,
Bivol, and it was on the undercard of Ward Kovalev too.
That was Cedric Agnew. I was at the fight.
Yeah. He from Chicago. He from the crib. So I was like, damn. I'm like, this dude done fought Kovalev before.
Yeah.
He had fought like another top guy, but he was like 29-1 or 29-2 at that time, I believe. And Bivol got him out of there quick.
Destroyed him. Remember?
But it's just after that, my expectations, like I saw that, and I just feel like the performances ain't been there after that.
I remember when I can't remember which fight it was, but he had a fight like in 2018, I think. And Pernell Whitaker was there because, you know, Pernell Whitaker was a main events fighter. Bivol was a main events fighter. And Pernell was saying, like, in 2018, like, this guy's going to go all the way and be pound number 1. And I said, okay, let me pay a bit more attention to Bivol. So I just followed him.
I just find it hard with just the division.
Yeah, we're not going to get undisputed.
Division. You don't think so?
No, because so Beterbiev who just won. He's got to fight Anthony Yarde in October for the WBO mandatory. You got Bivol who has the Zoro mandatory.
You know unifications.
No, I know they do. I know they do.
You know that fight's not happening either.
What, Zoro?
You know that's not happening.
Okay, well, even if it doesn't happen, the WBC just ordered a final eliminator with Callum Smith and the dude from France, Matteo Badalik.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So it's like we got 3 mandatories coming up.
You know, undisputed.
Bob's already talking about he's not going to do the fight.
Bob was talking Navarrete for Core 2. What you need is what Core did. You remember that. I know you remember that. Core. After he beat Jamel, they was instantly on that Navarrete talk. Talk.
Yeah, thank God.
Instantly.
It's because Bob
Core wasn't for that shit. Core wasn't. He was like, no, I want to unify.
Mm-hmm.
I want to unify. That's what both men need to do.
Archer said the same. Archer said it.
I seen it, and I take my hat off, and I hope that's a fight that happens.
That's what we need
in the Middle East.
That's what we need because
I want that fight in the Middle East.
Really?
Yeah,
like Saudi Arabia, like where Joshua and Usyk is.
Take it to you could do Saudi, the UAE, don't matter. Take it to the Middle East.
I never thought about that.
I think that both men are men that are very devoted to their to their Muslim beliefs, and I believe that
Bivol's Muslim?
Huh?
I don't know Bivol is Muslim?
Shit, I'm pretty sure. I know for a fact Beterbiev.
Yeah, Beterbiev. I didn't know.
But bro, take it out there. Regardless, it's close as hell to Russia.
Yeah,
take it out there to the Middle East. I truly believe that's a fight that deserves to be out there. Take it to the Middle East, and let them get their shine. And I say the Middle East because I know there's a lot going on in Russia right now. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Let them get their shine but
get them paid too, man. These are 2 great fighters. You know, they're paying insane site fees for AJ. I know these guys aren't AJ, but they'll make career high paydays.
No, I mean, but the issue is that Bivol, he just couldn't take advantage, man. Like Bivol was supposed to be on talk shows. He was supposed to be embracing
Same thing Fury did after he beat Wilder. He was all over the place.
Same thing Andy did. Think about it.
I don't think he really cares for that type of stuff, though. I know I get it. Like you should do that if you're trying to become a bigger star and a bigger name. But I just think he's a simple guy. Go to the gym. Go to the family.
Then keep them simple ass fights. That's cool. Just keep you in them simple ass fights and them simple ass paydays.
Yeah, would be Canelo, so you can't.
I mean, you gonna.
But that's what I'm trying to explain.
But it's like
he beat Canelo.
It's like he beat Canelo.
But he only got 500,000 followers. He barely gained anything.
Yeah.
It's like you beat Canelo and you're number like 10. They got him on a pound for pound. I mean, he's not even getting buzz. You beat Canelo. ESPN is talking about Bivol, Beterbiev. It's pretty weird the way boxing is, man. It's so fucking biased.
Yeah, see,
it is.
Actually, I got a question for you because
go ahead.
We have questions from the people.
Go ahead.
And someone
tell them to fire away.
It looks like Brandon in Houston said, can you finally reveal on the Breakfast Club of Boxing what it was you found out in boxing that made you want to stop covering the sport?
Oh, man. What did I find
So before you get there, are you completely done with covering?
No.
Like getting credentialed? Like you still cover obviously on your channel, on your IG, but you don't go anymore.
No, I still get credentialed. I haven't gone to a fight as media probably since like March, but I go to fights all the time. I'm going to I'll be at Ryan Garcia versus Fortuna. I'm at fights a lot.
So where is he getting this from? Did you say that one time?
Yeah, I did. Last summer when I was out here in Vegas, I was talking about I wanted to leave boxing. Yeah.
Why?
Because I said that I found I didn't find out anything crazy. It was just like, I know fighters. I know a couple fighters out here. I'm friends with, a couple guys. And I just seeing like how the promoters and managers just the ugly side of boxing. You know how you hear about the ugly side of boxing? I got to actually see it and hear the phone calls and things like that. So yeah, that thing had me a little discouraged.
It's an ugly world though, champ.
Yeah, I always knew that. But
you from Miami originally?
So I'm from a town called Dania Beach, which is like closer to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So Miami is like 40 minutes away, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the only reason I'm asking is because it's like I've seen a lot of the dirty side of the sport as well, but to me it was like it's a dirty world. It wasn't. I have yet to see shit that I ain't seen in the real world.
No, I know.
So no, I'm glad that you're still around.
It was great though, cause like I think after all that happened, like I took a week off and I came back and I think I'm hitting my stride now. I'm really hitting my stride now.
What?
How so?
I think when I was younger, right? When I was younger and I would be in my room and I would just be talking shit about fighters and just having fun talking about boxing. Sometimes like you don't realize like these guys are people, and I think now like I've seen the more the humanity of boxing, if that makes sense, and it's allowed me to be more of a professional when I'm talking to guys, when I'm talking about the sport. I look at the sport with a much deeper respect. I always had respect for the sport because like I only started covering boxing in the first place because I started boxing, because before boxing I used to cover basketball actually for like 2 years when I got out of high school. And then, then I started covering fights locally, and then I just never looked back.
So have you always watched boxing?
My whole life. First fight I ever watched, I was 6. My dad put me in front of the TV. We watched Bernard Hopkins versus Trinidad. That was the first fight I ever watched. Pacquiao Cotto was another one that stuck out. I mean, I watched a lot of boxing as a kid.
See, yeah, for me, I was curious because, like, for me, it was not quite, like, I didn't start boxing, but when I moved here, that was, like, the only consistent pro sport we had
in Vegas. Yeah,
well, I mean that was the only pro sport we had. Like we had like minor league baseball at the time.
Yeah, you still have minor league baseball.
Yeah, I mean which you still do, but I'm saying like pro sport there really wasn't shit.
Yeah, the Knights weren't around yet.
No.
Yeah.
So I moved here from Texas, but I'm originally from Chicago, so I was a big sports guy. So I was just kind of curious. So did you cover you talked about covering basketball. So was that the first sport you covered?
Yeah, it was the first sport I covered. Like, so I graduated high school in 2013, and I used to write like articles and stuff for fun. And then I had a chance to go out to Charlotte for media day. So I knew someone because I wanted to get into like covering sports.
Okay.
And then I did that for like a year and a half, 2 years. I covered the D League because I was out in Texas too. I used to live in Dallas for like a year.
Okay.
I covered the D League for like about a season. Did some stuff with the Mavericks. And then I didn't like covering basketball because basketball is like real, like it's different to boxing. It's a lot more micromanaged than boxing. So I always loved boxing. So I remember Shannon Briggs had a fight when he was on his whole Let's Go Champ thing when he fought Michael Marone. It was a whatever fight, local fight, but it was like a big event because they had like this heavyweight reunion, and they had like 20 to 25 heavyweights that showed up that weekend. So you had like Michael Moore, the Klitschko's, Lennox Lewis. So that was the first fight I ever covered. I thought all the fights were like this, and they weren't. But it was great, and I never looked back. And then I just started going to gyms all across South Florida because we have a lot of gyms in South Florida, from like from Miami all the way to Boca. There's about 25, 26 gyms.
You ain't thought about covering both?
I tried it for a little bit. I couldn't do it.
Okay.
I figured I'd rather be a master of something than a man of many things. You know, that makes sense.
I definitely.
Who you signed? Who is that? Floyd?
Huh?
Floyd said that.
Yeah,
Nah,
he said
that's
that to Brian Kenny. He said to Brian Kenny.
Yeah, but that's an old phrase in life anyway.
It's just an old saying. I just remember Floyd
did say that,
in
though.
that
Yeah,
Brian
he's
Kenny
right.
interview. Yeah, it's crazy. I tried doing last fall. So think about what fights we had the last 4 months of last year.
Okay.
Right? And I was covering college and covering WNBA during that time as well.
You was getting to it.
Man, it's just overwhelming, bro.
It is.
It was overwhelming, and then the Aces made their run, so I'm literally covering playoffs, I'm covering boxing, and I'm covering fucking, oh my God, it was too much.
It's too much. And that's how it got for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cover the one that I like doing the most, and I'm just gonna do boxing.
See, but right now it's like we kind of hit this time. Like July is a pretty slow month, right? Wouldn't you agree? For boxing?
I mean, yeah, but you don't got no crazy fights. But
Right. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I could be covering like some baseball or something right now. Is what I'm thinking to myself, but.
Speaking of covering, how long ago was
NBA?
your time you spent in Philadelphia? I just seen you had something up with Boots' father.
That was this past the week of the Beterbiev fight. So I went there on last Friday.
Okay.
Because it took a little bit. I didn't know if Philly was so close to New York. I knew it was close, but not like an hour and a half.
You took the train?
No, I took the bus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I took the bus. And then I took the bus
Was
there.
it cheaper than the train, or you just never checked the train?
I never checked the train. The bus was cheap, though. It was like maybe like 20 something, 30,
Nah,
20, 30
check
bucks.
the train next time. You would have saved you some money.
Oh,
And
really?
time, no?
Definitely time. Look,
Bus stops like a motherfucker.
No question.
No, the bus didn't stop, though.
Word?
Yeah, we went
Straight?
Straight there, yeah.
Nice.
It don't matter. You'll save some money.
Next time I go.
Even time, I think I'm sure, there may not be train routes like that. But no, it's funny you said that Tio Cambosos, that was in New York, right?
Yeah, theater.
Yeah, that was at the Hulu Theater. Bro, I flew out of Philly. It was like $200 cheap. I'm like, hour train ride, no problem. Like $200 cheap. I flew out of Philly. No problem.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, it was like 2 trains, like $4 a piece, bro. $5 a piece.
Dang.
You get there and you rock and roll. Yeah, so I had, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So what? I don't think you mentioned the goals, or it just like went in one ear and out the other.
Oh, my goals, yeah.
For the channel, for yourself, for where do you see yourself in 5 years? Would be the last answer. So, what are your goals for you and your channel as of now, and then after that, where do you see the channel or your brand in 5 years?
Well, one thing I've been kind of procrastinating with it, because I did write a book a while ago. I never actually published it. Like, I have it done. I just gotta like proofread it and get all that stuff done. But I want to eventually start writing some books, like go like the Thomas Howler type route.
Contact me, man. I have a publisher that I can put you in contact with. He was actually a boxing manager, and he has his own publishing company. I don't know if it actually opened up yet, but he's published 5 books. So regardless, he has someone that can connect you to get your book published.
Because I got one finished, and then I got an idea for like 4 or 5 more. I just haven't started them. But I want to definitely get into like publishing books.
What's it about?
Well, the first book I just wrote it. It's basically kind of like I guess I would say it's like a yearbook type of thing. Like, it's just my experiences in boxing, like year by year, just stories, things like that.
That's pretty dope.
Because in Florida, like the first gym I ever went to was the Heavyweight Factory. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Yeah, of course.
You were there. I met you there. Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield, when the gym was actually like more in operation, because when you went, it really wasn't much in operation. Holyfield and Bowe used to be at the gym all the time, so I used to spend a lot of time around them. And in 2019, like, people just stopped training at the gym, but I still used to go there to like interview like Riddick Bowe and stuff. And I used to go there and train too, so like Bowe would like sometimes like help train me and stuff. And I got like just interesting stories about Bowe, Holyfield, Shannon Briggs, just stuff like that. But yeah, as far as goals,
man, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. Nah,
What?
keep that shit, bro.
What?
Don't publish. You just getting started.
Yeah.
You're literally just. I feel like I'm just getting my feet wet in boxing.
Yeah, but he can make it. He can make it like a part one.
Yeah. That was the plan. Make it like a part one or like a year.
First 3 years.
First 4 years.
Okay.
That type of thing. But as far as the channel, I just want to kind of like, like channels like yourself or like channels that I watched before I had a boxing channel. So I kind of want to go the route you're going, be a good ambassador for the sport and just get people to really respect the sport a lot more. Make boxing just a better place. That's really my goal, just to make boxing a better place.
How though? Because honestly, I
know that's
conversations.
Vague. That's vague.
No, it's not. It's just that I have conversations with people and they're like, oh, everybody gets into the sport and think they're going to change it.
No, I know I won't change
the sport ain't fucking changing.
No.
And I get that because it is corrupt and people are doing things the way they want. So, everyone has their...
It's a sport of free enterprise. You can move as you see fit.
But if you had the power, what would you do? What do you think needs to be done?
I think we need more we need more clarity and transparency with the sanctioning bodies. There's too many rules, and then they have rules to counter the rules. Like, we need more transparency with the sanctioning bodies because, like, sometimes you got guys in the WBO who can move up and get a title shot, and then some guys can't move up and get a title shot, and then you got regular belts, and you got the silver belts, and it's just like it's confusing. I really feel like the sanctioning bodies are confusing the hell out of people who don't normally watch boxing. Because imagine you say, okay, to your friend, let's watch this fight, right? And he's seeing that some guy has the NABO belt. Now, he don't know if the NABO from the WBO to the WBA, and it's confusing. You start thinking anybody who's on TV is a champion, and what it's doing is it's actually watering down. It's watering down what being a champion really means. Because back in the like years ago, when they didn't have as many belts, when you were the heavyweight champion of the world, you were the heavyweight champion of the world. You were as famous as the president. And now it's like, well, Daniel Dubois is the WBA regular champion, but who the hell knows who Daniel Dubois is outside of London?
I totally agree.
Yeah, so it's
totally agree, man. Floyd was just talking about that during his press conference that that we need a reduction in belts, and he's not talking about take away a sanctioning body. Yeah. He's saying each sanctioning body just have one.
Yeah.
Stop this interim. Stop this gold. This silver.
Because the fighters are paying extra to win regional belts, like minor belts. They're still paying sanctioning fees on all this. And it's not fair to the fighters because the fighters...
Dude, I'm shocked that a guy like Benavidez was happy to fight for an interim.
Yeah, I don't
know. He was like, interviews, like, yeah, I'll be the interim. And it's like, I don't know that they get what those things are.
He might be getting complacent too. Who knows? Because he's resting on his laurels of knocking these guys out that are smaller than him. Really good fighter though.
I don't know. He seemed to me like he want them fights.
Yeah, he the only one calling out your boy Andre. Why you ain't asking us why Andre ain't answering him back?
I talked to Paul about it. I talked to his dad.
And what his dad said?
His dad said
same thing he told me. They don't want that problem.
Nah, that's not what he told me.
He ain't said it in them words, but he told. I know for a fact he told you we don't want that fight.
He didn't tell me that.
No.
No, he told me that they talked to he talked to Jose Benavidez Sr. and that they both wanted the fight. I don't think the issue is Andrade or Benavidez. What happened? I think the issue is the guys behind both fighters.
Well, I think
Samson's the issue.
I think it's not. I think it's
what my man say? He said we need $7 million just to talk about a fight with Boo Boo. Yeah. What?
He needs.
I don't think it's plan. Samson. I think is Al.
Okay.
Everybody knows Andrade had a fight with Jamel that he pulled out and then signed with Rock Nation, and then that didn't happen because he was still with Artie Palulo and Star Boxing.
They said they had a miscommunication. Paul Andrade, Artie, and was it Star?
But that miscommunication rubbed Al the wrong way.
Yeah.
Al must be one of those dudes that deals with morals, and if you gave him a verbal
agreement,
your word is your bond. And obviously their word wasn't their bond. And I know that for a fact because Andre's father was on this show saying, well, we never signed nothing. We never signed nothing. So it's like, okay, did you not sign? But was there a verbal agreement? Nah, we ain't never talk about it. They offered us the fight, but that, he makes it seem like they was offered, but it wasn't really there. And then all of a sudden,
because he's told me that he says, how could you pull out of a fight that
you never
had
signed?
Yeah, because there was no press conference or nothing like that.
But this is the thing. It's common knowledge that some fighters don't even sign their contract to the day of. Yeah. To the day of. And people laughed at me when I used to say that. and I started interviewing more and more people. Like, yo, did you sign? When do you sign? Well, no, sometimes I sign in the locker room. And then people realize, like, yo, a verbal agreement is a contract. You could take someone to court over a verbal agreement too. You know, so
my thing with Jamel would just be like, okay, I get what you're saying with Andrade, but when Tony Harrison had an injury, right? They were supposed to fight June 2019. Why didn't you just go another route? Why didn't you keep the same energy for Harrison that you did for Andrade? Because he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight.
Yeah,
Andrade.
because he needed the win though. He lost to Harrison.
Yeah, but
so he needed to prove to the world that I didn't really lose. It was more ego than treat him the way I treated Andrade. Okay. And I don't think it was the Charlos.
Because I think it's a double standard.
I don't think it was the Charlos that treated Andrade anyway. It's the powers that be telling him, we not fucking with that dude no more. He left us, you know, with a show that we couldn't complete. So I think the Charlos just picking up that same energy because, I mean, I'm pretty sure Jamel has proven to us that he'll fight anybody. I don't see.
Yeah, he's a fantastic fighter.
Bro, Jamel fought Gabriel Rosado like 10 years ago, bro. Before all these other dudes, before Peter Quillen, before everybody.
Didn't he fight Vanes too? Did he fight Vanes, or was that his brother?
I think he did fight Vanes.
Yeah.
Not his brother. Definitely not his brother.
Okay, I know one of them fought Vanes.
I'm trying to think.
Was it Charlo or was it Laura though? I know Laura fought Vanes. I don't know. Did Jamel actually fight
Vanes? I don't remember which one it was. One of them.
So it got to be Jamel, bro. Yeah. He's the one that fights everybody, and that's no disrespect to Jamal. He just ain't been given the fights, but Jamel has been getting a fight. Remember, Jamel was the one that was with Shelly Finkel. Even when he was with Golden Boy and Al, he was with Shelly, so he was getting fights. You know, he got the fight on Showtime versus John Jackson's son.
John Jackson, yeah.
And he got the fight versus the other dude, weird ass name, sound like a Japanese name. It was like Orta. And then then he got the fight, Gabe. Yeah, I mean, he fought mad people.
Fought Lubin when Lubin was a big deal.
Well, no, that was That was more further into his career after being champion.
You're talking about the early days.
Well, that was literally 2 fights after the John Jackson fight.
It was 2018,
The Lubin?
Yeah.
Was that 2017?
But he was a champion already.
Lubin was 2017.
Okay. But he was a champion already.
Yeah, that was right after.
And when he fought Jackson, he wasn't a champion, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was defending?
The John Jackson
fight?
No.
That was the vacant. That's when he became champion.
The John Jackson fight was his first fight with Derek James, I believe.
Bro, look, in 2015,
after.
Are you sure?
In 2015, he beat Josine Alcine, who beat Lemieux years ago. That's what I'm saying. And you were right. He did fight Vanes before that. But he fought mad people. Look, in 2014, he fought Gabe. 2013, he fought Demetrius Hopkins, the nephew of Bernard Hopkins. He got names, man. Francisco Santana, who gave Saddam Ali a tough fight.
Klitschko.
He fought him in 2011. Like, he been...
Shout out Jamel Charlo. Must keep running your mouth.
Nah, he been fighting a lot of people. Is, you know, he just don't really get the credit he deserves. But he had to fight Harrison.
I was there.
I thought Harrison beat him that first fight, so I needed that second fight.
You don't think Jamel's getting the credit he deserves?
Jamel?
Yeah, you don't think he does?
I think now.
Yeah,
I think now.
You're saying for all these years.
No, I don't.
I mean, they just took him off the ESPN pound for pound.
He's not even.
Yeah, but the ESPN pound for pound list is a joke,
bro. But you're gonna sit here and tell me that, bro? ESPN is literally the worldwide leader in sports, right?
Yeah, but they don't.
That's their slogan.
No. But think about what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
How is he getting credit, bro? The biggest sports fucking platform in the world that. When casuals tune in, right?
Yeah.
I'm a casual. Let me go, bro. Oh damn! How the fuck two, not one, but 2 current undisputed champions, not even on the top 10 pound for pound?
Because they got Lomachenko on there, man.
They got
they got to make sure they keep Loma's name relevant.
Ring Magazine, right? Ring Magazine doesn't have Devin, right? They got Loma, but Loma's not even the first in the rankings for lightweight. I'm like, so how are you not number 1 in your lightweight rankings? You're not number 2 in the lightweight rankings. You're not the champion. Instead, you're number 3. So the 4th best guy in the Ring Magazine lightweight rankings. Yeah, you're in the top 10.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, I tried to do a pound for pound list recently when I went live on my channel, and at the conclusion of it, the conclusion I got to was fuck pound for pound.
No, so here's the thing.
There's so many. Like right now, I feel like there's about a good 15 to 17 guys you could argue deserve to be in top 10.
I think there's about
you know one guy who I think's been on the pound for pound list that's not getting talked about enough. I think Stephen Foden's been on the pound for pound list. Cool boy.
So I got him in my honorable mentions, but you definitely can make an argument
Stephen
for him.
Fulton's doing his thing, man.
I mean, based off Earl and Beterbiev being there, yeah, he belongs because, you know, if you're Earl or Beterbiev, all you got to do is unify.
Yeah.
The guy in your shirt's not even, bro. It's just the way the shit fell. He was, but it's just the way the shit fell. And I'm just like, damn. And I'm like, yeah, that was a great win, but I just take
Bivol?
Yeah.
I think now he's got what, like 7 or 8 defenses.
Yeah, against who though?
I mean, Joe Smith.
Yeah, Joe Smith. But,
Canelo.
Yeah, the Canelo. Yeah, cool. But
He stopped Sullivan Barrera.
how long ago?
2018.
4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, come on, Beterbiev's literally knocked out everybody.
I know.
he's been in the ring with.
I know.
So that was
you
like,
can't do much better than 100% knockout ratio and 3 belts. You know, other than going
And
undisputed.
Beterbiev's knocking out champions.
Yeah.
Like
Southpaws, slick guys, plotters, boxer punchers.
Bivol's
Champions.
Yeah.
I don't
Bivol-
care about none of that. He's knocking out champions.
Yeah,
But
so-
so is Earl. You reminded me.
Yeah, so was Earl. I mean, in Brooke and Ugas, obviously
2 out of the 3.
2 out of the 3. But
Cholatito's knocking out champions when he became pound number 1.
I don't know. I seen him get hurt, man, versus
Wrong Versailles?
the dude that eats rats.
You're wrong Versailles, yeah.
yo, my man's eats right.
And that's the thing,
does,
you know,
yeah.
I was turned off because HBO sold me Chocolatito as a pound for pound. And then they turned around and said, this guy that he's fighting, he comes from the streets. He's eating rat. So I'm like, oh, this guy's not even, you know, they giving some dude an opportunity that's so broke, he's got to eat rats. Like, how are you eating rats?
That's just what they do in Thailand.
And you're fucking like in shape to fight. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden,
Yes,
the tune-up beats you up.
I got a question. So, like, how much of Cholatito's career have you actually, like, watched or studied?
A few. I definitely woke up a few years ago to watch him fight in Nicaragua at fucking like 7 in the morning or 6 or 4 in the morning over here for us. You know, before he took that loss to Rungsvial. And then everything that, you know, HBO put. But remember, he was hard to watch.
Yeah, he was. I remember.
He only got popular when HBO gave him a deal because it's $25,000 a fight damn near for those little dudes.
Yeah.
but it was the Edgar Sosa fight, right?
That was the HBO debut. Yeah. And then
That
the fight.
was
Check his purse. How much they paid him.
Shit.
That's
Can't
what I'm
be a
saying.
lot.
Like, you guys want to believe that he was pound for pound. No, they just couldn't afford to pay the true pound for pounds. Al left from one network to the other. They only
Well,
had
no.
a few fighters, so
Nah,
they had
he
to
was pound for
create
pound.
them.
No, it's
They didn't
it's
create
hard.
Ness. They didn't have to create him. He was going up. You talked about Earl Spence and all these guys.
Yeah, but you
He
talking
knocked
about
out all the champions.
But you talking about divisions that separate themselves between 2 and 4 pounds, bro.
Bro,
He
think
was
about
scaling them 105, 108,
yeah, but think
112.
about this, right? Think about this. Hold on.
So tell him to fight. No need though. Move
Right
up
now.
to a real weight.
Look.
Like, he's still down there.
So wait,
fight Bam.
Is 115 not a real weight
Fight
class?
Bam.
But you said real weight class. Is 115 not a real weight class?
I'm saying it was a real weight class many years ago when
It's-
Darchinian and Nonito was there.
No, it's been a real weight class for more than half a decade. It's been one of the best weight classes in boxing.
to guys like you that
No, to
appreciate
guys-
the lower weight classes.
I just appreciate great fighters, great boxing. It don't matter if it's 115.
How is it great fighting?
Do you think the monsters? Do you think Inoue is a great fighter? The monster. What do you think about him?
He's decent. I don't like overrated fight. I don't like it's hard for me to give a dude credit when the rest of the world is dick riding him. I want to find the shit. I want to be the guy to be like, man, but he just beat a 38-year-old. Like, why y'all excited? He beat my man Rigo did that 30 years ago and got banned from HBO for doing it, and he did it better.
I mean,
he did it better.
You could do that for Canelo if you wanted to.
He did it better.
You could say. You could
Rigo
say.
broke his jaw, right, and
Yeah.
outclassed him. Meanwhile, Nonito broke the monster's jaw and had a tight fight. Yes, it took a rematch and he won in the second round cleanly.
Destroyed him.
But my man Rigo did it almost legit, 8 years ago?
No,
Yeah.
10. It was
10?
It was in 2012.
And
if I'm not mistaken.
outclassed the prime one. I'm talking outclassed, not this struggle shit. So it's like when Dick Riders call him a monster, it's like, so then Rigondeaux's a god. If that man's a monster, this one's a god. And I just like to be the guy that reminds people because it's like, how is he a monster? My man did that 10 years ago and got banned.
He's 18-0 with 16 knockouts in world title fights.
Okay.
Name me a fighter.
So-
in boxing
so that's
with a
my
better
problem.
Record,
But
a better record in world title fights.
But
than the
that's my
monster.
problem. Beterbiev has a better record. He's 18-0 and 18 knockouts.
Yeah.
But he
Silent.
just got on the list. He just
He
got on the
should've
list.
been on the list.
Earl been on the list for fighting in his own division. This is what I'm saying. It's a bunch of bullshit. Motherfuckers want to overcomplicate it. If we just go off accolades, you'll get on the list and you won't get on the list. But they can't go off accolades because they got to make shit up because he fights on my network and that one fights on this network.
Yeah, it's political.
So I need to make you look good because you on ESPN.
Yeah.
So the monster's a monster, but he's really not the monster. The monster is Beterbiev.
Well, they're both monsters.
No.
Why can't they both be monsters?
Because Beterbiev never struggled. He never struggled with a 38-year-old.
He never
got dropped with a young man.
He got dropped twice.
With young men.
Got dropped by Jeff Page.
Callum Johnson's a puncher.
I'm not talking about Callum Johnson. I'm talking about early in his career. When
I knew about I used to call him Jeff Page as James.
Yeah.
I know about the knockdown.
No,
and
you
that's
used
why,
to call him James as Jeff.
Okay, and that's why I know. That's why I always used to say, I'm on record for like 3 years saying that Canelo would have beat Beterbiev.
He struggled too.
I was on record saying that before the Bivol fight.
Yeah.
Because Beterbiev squares up, I thought Canelo put him down just like everybody else put him down because all the other dudes is like this.
Yeah, high guy.
Canelo's like, you know what I'm saying?
Slick guy.
But Bivol taught me a lesson. Cool, I was wrong on that. But it doesn't mean that the true monster is not Beterbiev, who's actually knocking out champions and not struggling with them. You talking about a dude that he struggled with when he was on the way up, and it's the same phrase. He fought to the level of his opposition. Who the fuck is Jeff Page? But put me in there with Marcus Brown, watch what I do. Put me in there with this champion Joe Smith, watch what I do. Yeah. That's not what Inoue doing. He just did it. He needed a rematch to do it. So when people discredit Charlo,
he didn't need a rematch to do it. He only got the rematch because he couldn't get the Casemiro fight. Because remember, the Casemiro fight was scheduled before the pandemic started.
No, I know. But remember, the Casemiro fight was also scheduled with Nonito. Nonito pulled out that fight because of disrespect. They both didn't fight
Casemiro. So
no. But it was the disrespect.
I know.
To the wife.
But what I'm saying is, Nonito was the one that created the demand for the fight because after he lost to the Monster, he knocked out two fighters in both Ubali, who's a champion, undefeated champion, in 4 rounds. Then he beat Gaballo in 4 rounds.
But if your man's the fake monster would have never put a doubt in people's mind by getting his face broke, Nonito wouldn't get it.
I don't know how he could be a fake monster.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you a question. In his 5th fight.
Did you ever ask Kell Brook to rematch Earl? No, because Earl broke his face.
No.
All right. But you see how we wanted the rematch with Nonito? We wanted it. Whether it built itself up, we wanted it because we seen what Nonito did. Mm-hmm. Then we seen what Nonito did after the fight.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he got the fight.
So it
was more for that.
But that's my point. It all starts from the seed, though. Yeah, and that seed was, I broke your fucking jaw, monster.
Yeah.
Fake monster. That's all I'm saying. There's an argument that he's a fake monster. I get it. You don't want to see that because you like his skill and he's knocking people out. He's a great fighter.
I've been watching him since like this 5th fight.
But if we're going to call people a monster, isn't fucking Beterbiev the true monster?
He's a monster too. I think they're both monsters.
Convenient.
No, it's not convenient, but they're both monsters. They're both knocking out really good fighters.
Beterbiev ain't beating no 38-year-olds, man. And no disrespect to Nonito, he's been in here. I'm just saying, in boxing, you're old at 38. You're old. We can't change that because you want to make him a monster. You know?
It's not that I want to make him a monster. It's just like what he's done in his career so far.
Again, how could they both be monsters if one has got a perfect...
Not even in the same weight class, so I don't know why you're trying to make it a thing.
Because they gave the name to the wrong person. It's just simple.
Beterbiev is just trying to become a good boxer, bro. Why?
I mean, I like that he got on his toes because he showed levels. Had he not, people would still be saying he's one-dimensional.
Yeah, he's never been one-dimensional.
You know, so I like that he got on his toes and made it difficult. That's why fucking Joe Smith was swinging, looking like he's fucking on a paddle boat because he moved out the way versus just staying there and fighting in the higher European guard. So to me, that's intelligence. But here goes another one. According to the small people, Ruiner 504 says, I found your channel looking for someone who was covering Yabuki and Kenshiro rematch.
Masamichi Yabuki Kenshiro. Yeah, it's a good fight.
Why is it that other YouTube channels pay no mind to the lower weight classes?
You know what? It's a question I've had for a long time.
Because I shit.
I'll give you this.
When I take a shit, it weighs more than those guys. That's why I don't pay attention. I'm fucking with you guys.
Yeah, no. I just think you know what it is? A lot of time when you cover the smaller weight classes, you're not going to get the views you would get covering, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence.
Oh, no.
Canelo. No, you won't. You know that from having a channel.
I mean, there's a reason that, bro, it's crazy. The fucking, so Chocolatito, right? Mm-hmm. His first world title was at minimum weight.
Yep.
105. Mm-hmm. You know the minimum, and this is today, the minimum today in Nevada that you have to pay a fighter fighting at 105?
What is it?
For a world title.
No, what is it?
80,000. Guess what it is for heavyweight?
I don't know, what, 300,000?
$1 million.
Oh, shit, okay.
That's the minimum. In the state of Nevada, you will have to...
That's wrong.
That's not wrong. I literally.
Well, actually, because that Areola fight to happen in Birmingham, I was gonna say Areola only got paid $130 to fight Wilder for a title shot.
Well, that was not in the state of Nevada, and that was
Google Areola because he fought Vlad and Vitaly. See
that was
where
also
those.
not 2022. You know.
Oh, so you're saying after 2022?
No, I'm just saying today. I don't know what it is then. I'm just saying today, or as of yesterday when I read the fucking shit in the Nevada State Athletic Commission. That's the minimum.
So the commission is saying that the promoter has to pay the opponent a minimum of $1 million because he's fighting a champion?
Correct. If it's a heavyweight title fight in the state of Nevada, it's minimum $1 million.
Yeah, I don't know that would be true.
I don't know if that's true, but
I don't know that
I never knew that.
Even if it's on their website, I don't know that that's true.
Yeah.
Again, Areola, even though he fought Wilder in Birmingham, he got paid $130,000 on paper.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
7 years ago too.
Whatever they gave him,
you know,
and that's fine. But whatever. Okay, so fine. Give us another heavyweight.
I mean, we haven't had a heavyweight title fight since Wilder Fury, and both men are making 7 figures plus.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, and then the last heavyweight title fight before
what did Dubois get?
Was Wilder
against
Fury
Trevor Bryan?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. I think he
What
got
did
like
Dubois get?
1 point something. 1 point something.
I can Google
If
it.
he got 1 point something, that answers the question right there.
I mean,
He's
that
right.
doesn't because that was in Florida. That was not in the state of Nevada.
Oh, you're saying specifically Nevada.
Yeah.
I mean,
But to answer the person's question, yeah, people don't cover the small weight classes because there's not enough money in it or the views, and then it's really hard covering boxing. So, you know, people are gonna allocate their time to the guys that get them the viewership for their channel. But for me, it's like I got into boxing because I love boxing, so I do my best to try to stay up to date with all the weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and to be honest, I get frustrated sometimes with like the welterweight division, like with Crawford, Spence, things like that. I get frustrated with these divisions so much because it takes so long for a big fight to happen that by the time one big fight happens in one of these weight classes, these guys have fought each other 3, 4.
Yeah, but it's the pay grade.
I know it's the pay. I know why. I understand why.
It's the pay grade. If they start treating those little guys fair, Cuadras and Rungsvial wouldn't have 50 fights.
Yeah,
they having 50 fights because they got to pay them $25,000 and shit. You know, I got to fight 4 times to make $100K and shit. It's like crazy.
Cholatito, I think when he fought Gallo, was the first like super flyweight fighter to make $1 million payday since Michael Carbajal.
Sad.
When was the first time you heard of the monster, Inoue?
I don't know, but another real monster is David. David's beating the shit out of people, whether you want to say they little.
David Benavidez?
David's beating the shit out of people, whether you want to say they little.
You know he ducked the real monster, Artur Beterbiev.
Listen, how you could duck a dude a division above you?
Because when he missed weight against Angulo, the WBC put him in the rankings at 175, and then he asked to be reinstated at 168.
Okay, now
you don't want no smoke.
You don't want no smoke, or Canelo is life-changing money. You don't want no smoke, or Caleb Plant got over $10 million to fight Canelo. I'm gonna go fight this Russian that nobody knows, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go fight this Russian that nobody knows because I miss weight. Now I'm all of a sudden in this category? No, Papa.
He fought a light heavyweight like 4 times when he was a prospect.
Come on, bro.
But still, everybody fights a division above when they're a
until
prospect.
they get a belt.
Yeah.
But let me finish my point of why he's a real monster.
Go ahead.
Because he didn't skip a division to not fight a real fucking threat in that division.
No.
Because Inoue did that.
No.
He did do that.
He did do that. They forget.
Did that.
They forget. Like, oh, I'm gonna skip 112 because Estrada's a bad motherfucker.
Cholatito was there too.
And I don't want them. I don't want them problems.
And then when he was at 115, he didn't fight Rungvisai. He didn't fight Cholatito. He didn't fight these guys. That's my only knock.
So David to me is the monster because David's not only beating the shit out of people, but he's also calling out everyone else. He's willing 100% to fight David Morrell, who his team came out and said, we got to save our fighter from himself sometimes. Ronnie said it, and so did the Kubas.
Yeah, I seen that.
On top of that, he called out Andrade. I don't see Paul or Andre doing nothing or saying nothing. Forget what they told you. Yeah. They ain't on social media saying, we want that smoke. It's me again. Yeah. Nah, he ain't doing that. Charlo ain't doing that neither. He called him out.
But can you really call him a monster? He's beating up 54 and 60 pounders.
No, he's beating up everybody and he's calling out everybody. Prove he's not a monster. Because that's what's a monster
But why
to me.
didn't he prove he was a monster when he had a chance to fight Beterbiev? He could have been better. Listen,
that's not a chance.
No, but listen,
what you're doing.
No, but listen. Is
not
when he was at 75. If he would have fought Beterbiev,
he was never at 75.
He was in the rankings at 75.
Who'd he fight?
He didn't
to be in the rankings.
Nobody.
Okay, so WBC. So Think about what happened, brother.
I know what happened.
What happened?
He missed weight. The WBC said, okay, you can't make 68 no more, so we're going to put you as the #1 contender.
That's not what happened. He missed weight, and the WBC seen an opportunity to make more money.
Okay.
So they put him at 75 so they could give Canelo the belt.
Okay, well,
Like,
if he
who
would
they make more money with?
If he would have,
they get 3% of the sanctioning fee. What's Canelo's purse? Was Benavidez' purse?
Yeah, Canelo makes more money. Okay, but look, if he would have,
So you answering your own question?
No, but let me finish. If he would have beat Beterbiev for that title, like 2020, he would have already been ahead of the curve. He would have already been in position to fight Canelo. At
I want you to
75.
tell us what makes you believe that Beterbiev and Benavidez, PBC and Top Rank. I want to hear your logical reason as to why you think Beterbiev, just because WBC put him in the rankings for a week, would have got the Beterbiev fight with Benavidez.
No, he wouldn't have got it.
So you're saying he ducked him? How could you duck?
There was no urgency to make the fight though. Like,
how could you duck?
because you're talking about he's calling this guy out and he's calling that guy out because okay, he can't fight Boo Boo because Boo Boo's on the zone. So what's the issue? It's the same thing.
Boo Boo doesn't have a contract anymore.
No, he has one fight left.
And the last time we did the interview with Samson, Boo Boo was trying to move up to 75, and Matchroom made it clear that they're not reinstating, they're not renegotiating and re-upping his contract. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, because from our understanding, as of right now, like today, he doesn't have no ties.
Yeah, I've heard both. I've heard that he has to still have one more fight with Matchroom before.
So then why was he fighting on Frank Warren's card versus Parker?
He pulled out.
No, but if I owe you a fight, how am I over there?
Oh, because Eddie Hearn didn't win the purse bid. That's why.
Why do you think they didn't win the purse bid?
Because Eddie Hearn don't care about Demetrius Andrade.
All right.
Eddie Hearn's worried about Canelo. And
so you think if Demetrius asks for a release, he'll get it? Yeah. Or you think Eddie wants to keep paying him $3 million to fight fucking tomato cans?
Think about it. Eddie,
come on,
and
bro.
not one, but 2 contracts, has failed to secure him one big fight.
He re-upped.
He did, but the Saunders pulled out.
Bro, I mean, your man is Terrence Crawford without the accolades. Your man is Terrence Crawford without that. He re-signed the Matchroom for no fucking reason.
He's a 2-division champion.
No, what he is a weirdo for re-signing the Matchroom after 4 fights with no fight. The biggest name on his resume is Jason Quigley in his Matchroom deal. In his Matchroom deal of this is 2 deals, not 1.
Canelo was trying to fight Jason Quigley.
Listen to me. In 2 deals, your man's biggest name is Jason Quigley.
It was supposed to be Saunders, but Saunders didn't want the smoke.
You making excuses.
No, that's not an excuse. Did Saunders have a fight sign?
No. He popped out.
Check it out, bro. As a Wilder fan, I could say it's supposed to have been AJ.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That doesn't answer nothing. That just shows you that your man ain't do what he had to do. Because guess what? My man was offered $120 million contract, and he didn't take it, right? Whatever his reasons was, he didn't take it. So people could say to me, your man ain't do what he was supposed to do. Cool. Neither did yours. He's gotten offers. He's gotten offers to fight Benavidez. He's a free agent. And last thing he posted was Father's Day.
When did he get an offer for Benavidez?
Samson was on my show.
Oh, yeah?
Samson was on my show. Samson said we ain't even talking for $7 million, right?
I remember the $7 million thing.
Yeah, we ain't even talking for $7 million, but that's enough for someone to pick up the phone like, come on, Samson, you real? Let's make a fight.
Yeah.
No one did that. No one ain't done that. I got David on speed dial and Jose. You know, when Lonnie B was in here talking, he jumped on. Ain't nobody do that. Those dudes want the fight. Them dudes never turned down the fight.
Okay.
David Morrell was talking shit. Not only David Benavidez, but the father. No. Estamos entrenando. He went Spanish on him. We training right now. Sign the fucking contract. We're going to do it in October. What happened? All of a sudden, the whole Morrell team came out like, no, you got to save fighters from themselves. You know, they talk and, you know, this and that. And
well, I remember when I interviewed Jose Benavidez Sr., I asked him about the Beterbiev situation, and he was like, he didn't even answer the question. He was like, oh, we got to offer to fight Badu Jack.
The who? Beterbiev?
When I asked Benavidez Senior about the Beterbiev thing, right? He wouldn't answer the question. He said, we got offered to fight that guy from Other Promotions, Badu Jack. But then, you know, David's at 68. You know, if he was at 75 pounder, I would just move to 75. I feel like I genuinely feel like he's wasting his time at 68.
I mean, you can't say that because it's the same reason that Jamal has stood at 60 so long waiting for Canelo. Like, bro, we're talking $10 million.
Like,
you can
create some value for yourself, man.
I agree with that.
That way, when Canelo comes around, it's even worth more.
But Baba, I'm pretty sure that David amongst any other name that you talking, has the most value.
Yeah, he does.
Charlo ain't create no value for himself.
No, Andrade
David did.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson ain't talking about Charlo. He talking about David.
Yeah.
David is the one that the public is calling the monster.
Absolutely.
Stephen A. Smith is on a casual channel. David Benavidez? I want that. Everybody's talking about David. Don't tell me he don't got no value. They scared of David. It's just the bottom line. I'm always going to be here to say, y'all scared. Charlo can't tell me nothing about he ain't scared when this would be the first pay-per-view fight that you would have to actually be a success.
Yeah.
You did 100,000 pay-per-views with your brother on a fucking card.
Doubleheader.
Kidding me?
Bro, it was a pandemic though, bro.
You kidding me?
Pandemic, yeah.
Yo. Earl did a pay-per-view on a pandemic.
Yeah,
Don't do
with
that.
fans.
He did a pay-per-view.
Who did it first? Who
We
did it
ain't
first?
different.
Yeah.
We ain't the same. We different.
Maul and Mel did it 3 months
Maul
prior.
is different,
Maul
and
and
so
Mel
is
did it 3 months prior.
Maul is different,
they
and
did
so
it
is Earl.
during the pandemic in a bubble.
That's all right.
You know,
Yes.
Earl was allowed 12% of a stadium capacity in Texas when he fought Danny 3 months or 2.5 months after on pay-per-view.
T.O. fought Loma in the bubble.
In the bubble, yeah.
And did 6.1, 6.3 million views.
Free TV.
Who gives a motherfucking fuck today? We arguing about Loma being on the paper pound for pound. That's why. Because 6 million motherfuckers seen him. 6 million won't forget his ass. When you go to their comment section, Loma. Why? Because they giving them the publicity.
Yeah.
If people see you, they remember you.
Wasn't the original point about pay-per-view?
What?
I'm saying, like, wasn't your original thing about David on pay-per-view with, like...
No, I'm saying David would be the biggest pay-per-view for Charlo, who's avoiding him.
Yeah, okay.
And for Andrade, who's avoiding him.
Andre's not avoiding him.
Lies.
Now, if you want to say...
Andrade ain't never been talked about on a pay-per-view. Canelo will never do a pay-per-view with him, so the only option he got is the Mexican monster. Come get some.
Or Johnny Beck, who we don't want to fight.
You know for a motherfucking fact, Top Rank ain't putting Johnny Beck on pay-per-view.
No, not pay-per-view. I'm saying with Andre.
Yeah, he could have a fight for free. He not on pay-per-view.
No.
He'll get on pay-per-view. He fight Benavidez.
Ness, I want to ask you this because you're really high on Benavidez. When in early 2020, when people were calling for Caleb Plant versus Benavidez, and Samson came out and said we got to wait longer for that fight, why didn't that happen? Like, what's your take on Benavidez versus Plant?
You said it.
What?
You said it right there. I take a lot of stock into that. The same way I just brought up Morrell's management team saying he's not ready, or they need to protect their fighter because sometimes they think exactly. Sometimes they think they're ready and then they not. It's the same thing. Samson knew. Maybe he knew. You got to keep in mind, Benavidez is younger than all these dudes. He just looks like a monster and an older man, but he's not. He's still a kid. They had to treat him like that. And that's why he fucked up at 21.
What is like 25?
Now.
25?
Now. When he lost his belt, he was 21. Yeah. He was 21, getting millions. I mean, I talked to him personally. He's like, bro, I've been making life-changing money since 21. Okay. Of course I was going to fuck up. Of course I'm going to go party. You know what I'm saying? My man got I don't even know how much is that truck. You going to get some bitches looking at you with that truck. Yeah. Shit going to get crazy. Somebody going to invite you to a party because you got 2 belts. Like, it's going to get like that. You got to mature. It's like I was telling Lawrence Okolie. He was just in that chair, and I'm like.
I saw him spar recently. Good guy.
He's like, nah, man, I'm looking for a house or whatever. I'm thinking of marriage. I'm like, you 29? Oh yeah, that's when it happens. It's natural. At a certain age, you fucking mature. Like at 21, man, I was going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So Benavidez did some coke, and he's not a good fighter because at 21 he partied. I'm sure at 21, I never took Viagra, ecstasy. I'm sure y'all did some pills. At 21?
Nah, I never did pills.
Nah, but I'm saying no.
I'm sure y'all did more than weed. I've only fucked with weed my whole life.
I never smoked. Never smoked.
Jesus, this guy's a fucking saint over here. Latter-day Saints and shit. Fuck. You don't drink either?
Rarely.
Yo, this is over. Rare. This shit. Never trust a man that don't do nothing. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
I mean, he does do one thing. Yeah. He does show his true bias.
That's not bias. The man beat.
No.
He exposed Canelo. It's not true. It's not. Listen, it's Canelo's fault. He never changed the game plan.
Yeah, no.
I was waiting for. Honestly. He's intelligent enough. He has the tools in the tool
styles,
belt.
you know.
Exactly. He never changed. He thought, I'm going to get him with the Callum. I'm going to get him with the Callum. His shoulder going to break eventually. Oh, shit, it's 11. His shoulder ain't break.
We watched the fight with Paulie Malignaggi and David Benavidez, right? We did a live fight chat.
Yeah.
But I've been a Canelo fan. I'm talking about since way back, because my family in Mexico really thought we was related. Bro, like where we from like an hour away, right? Yo, the motherfucker, it wasn't your night. Bivol was a better man in the ring. It just was what it was. And for me, it was like, it wasn't even competitive. Like, no. For me,
he still almost lost. They still almost gave it to Canelo.
I mean, look at poor Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. Like, my man has to drop your ass twice to not get robbed in a draw. Like, Like, let's not forget, all 3 scorecards was 114, 112.
But then things evened out the next fight when he fought Catterall. He was on the right side of a bad decision.
No. Yeah, I hear you. But still, it's.
I know what you mean, though.
That was his own backyard. Here it's like, damn, the traveling fighter. That was my concern with Devin. I'm like, he the traveling fighter. Is he gonna get robbed? Is he gonna? You get what I'm saying? So.
Holy shit. Yo, we need some of that Ben Shalom money.
Boxer?
Motherfucker.
Shout out to Boxer.
He offered 12. Oh, no, that's 1. I'm glad I got my... Still.
Okay. For who? For what fight?
Euros. That ain't millions. That's just television rights, Poppy. That's not the purse.
For which fight?
They split that. Joe Joyce and fucking... Who's he fighting? Hammer?
Christian Hammer.
No.
Oh, my God.
No. See, that's why he...
for Parker.
Yeah, reading is essential, my friend.
No, I mean, it's small text.
Yeah. Well,
Hater.
He's fighting Christian
You
Hammer.
got younger eyes. You only 25, fucker.
Bro, you watching it on you reading it on the fucking 15-inch screen.
But I can't
a 2-inch wide.
I can't zoom.
That's
2 inches. That's literally 2 inches by what? Maybe 2 by 2.5.
Yeah.
You a hater, bro. Taking shots at me.
Stop sipping on that guava haterade, Danny.
Yeah, bro. He's sipping on that Canelo juice. You got him triggered. You came in with the Canelo shirt.
Yeah.
He triggered coming at everybody.
Well, you know what's funny? Me and Danny had an interaction one time at the Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz.
Oh shit, I was
weigh-in,
there.
Weigh-in.
Oh, I was there too.
No, press conference.
I was there too.
Because I had interviewed Robert Diaz, the matchmaker for Golden Boy, and I'd asked him about Munguia fighting Andrade, and I came back. I was all fired up. I was like, man, these guys don't want to fight Demetrius. Munguia don't want to fight Andrade. They don't want to make that fight. And then I forgot what you turned around. Because I mentioned Canelo. He's like, you really think Canelo don't want to fight Andrade? I was like, nah, he don't. That's why I told you. You don't got to take my word for it. He said, you're never getting a fight. You're a horrible fighter. He don't want to fight him.
He is a horrible fighter.
Not a horrible fighter.
Bro, did you see the Luke Keeler fight?
Yeah, I watched it.
So why is his name not Deontay Wilder? Why does Deontay Wilder get criticized for being sloppy but not Andrade, who's swimming? He's freestyle swimming. That's exactly how he fucking looks. Exactly.
What?
Fucking dreads everywhere. Like, come on, bro. Get some technique for real. Like, you want me to believe you're gonna beat Canelo? Well, look good beating up the bullshit you fighting because David is cleaning fucking house.
He beat up Quigley, but then when he beat up Quigley, everybody said Quigley's a bum. So it's like,
who looked better beating Quigley?
Between who?
Quigley got 2 losses, don't he?
Yeah, he lost to was it Toriano Johnson, and I think I forgot who else.
Yeah. Let me see.
No, pull up the highlights of Toriano. They had to throw it in towel from what I remember.
Boo Boo stopped him in 2 rounds, man. Like, I don't want to hear none of that Toriano Johnson talk.
Boo Boo's also an Olympian. Toriano's not.
Yeah.
And Toriano did it first.
Okay.
A la Ray J.
I got James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. It says, who did you have in the Tyson versus Wilder 3 fight and why? And what are your thoughts on their comeback?
I just want to throw out there. I just want to throw out there that he beat Jason Quigley after Jason Quigley fucking lost to Shane Mosley Jr. Arguably.
I was there.
It was a majority. It was a close fight. It was a majority, but I felt that Shane.
We all felt Shane won.
Yeah. So what was the question? It was about Wilder and Fury 3.
Who did you have in that fight, and what are your thoughts on their comeback?
Well, I picked Tyson Fury against everybody. Picked Tyson Fury against Klitschko, Wilder, everyone. As far as the comeback,
even in the first fight,
there's videos. I got
wow,
video
nice.
Yeah, the comebacks. Wilder has Wilder even announced an opponent yet?
No, I don't think he's coming back.
You don't, because I know you guys are close, so you would know.
Not anymore, but I don't think he's coming back. I think someone sent me a clip yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is the timestamp? Like, I got time to look for what he said at that particular time, but. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone sent me a clip saying Wilder's not coming back. So he might have said something in an interview. Not sure.
If he comes back, I mean, look, personally, I think he should just hang it up. you know. But if he's gonna come back, I think it's great for heavyweight boxing. You know, Wilder's an exciting fighter. It's fun watching him fight live. I was actually there when he fought Stavern in the rematch. That was a fun fight to be at. So hopefully, if he comes back, best wishes to him. And
that rematch was fun.
Yeah, and then
he did his thing in that one.
And then Fury, you know, this guy is the most bipolar person in boxing. You already knew. I already felt like he was gonna pull this whole like fake Jay-Z retirement, you know, Black Album type of thing. And so I think
who you had Takeover or Stillmatic? I mean, what's
Ether?
that? What's that bullshit called?
Ether.
Yeah, that bullshit. That bullshit.
You know we going with Ether, man. We going with Ether.
Basura,
But yeah, no, I think if AJ wins,
Smart guy,
if AJ wins, he's coming out of retirement. If Usyk wins, I think it'll take more money.
My man's over here be having fun with his sound
he
bites.
does. Yeah, he loves them sound effects.
I mean, you know.
This is a good one.
I just want people to be fair.
Hold on, watch this. DFW Herbie just sent a $5 super chat. It's a good one. He said, don't matter if you think Andrade sucks. How is Yildirim, mandatory, Fielding, first fight at 68, or Smith, a first title opportunity?
Smith lost to John Ryder too, by the way.
Didn't he answer his own?
Smith got a gift against John Ryder.
Didn't he answer his own question?
No, I was the one throwing Yildirim the mandatory, Fielding, first fight at 68.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, bro, you texting and answering your own shit.
He said Yildirim, Fielding, and Smith any better.
Who is that? Who is that?
Herbie,
stay in fucking Dallas. Get your nose is so far Earl's ass that you don't know boxing.
Damn.
Okay, because who am I supposed to fight? If I'm attempting to go up to a new division, am I supposed to fight someone in the other division below, or am I gonna go fight Rocky Fielding?
Man,
I'm attempting to fight someone in another division. You saying, man, you said you're the person that doesn't disrespect fighters. Keep in mind, No,
I know Rocky Fielding.
Keep in mind, he went to Germany.
Tyrone Zoiger, yeah.
Not like fucking Tank. But everybody got Tank on they pound for pound. Regular belt king. So put some respect on Rocky Fielding. Because if you respect motherfucking, with Jack Coolclay.
Yeah.
How many people ain't beat him? I think my man had like 3 fights with him already.
Who?
Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, they fought a couple times.
Okay. Every time somebody want an IBF shot, they go beat up Jack Coolclay in Germany. Come on, bro. He ain't done nothing impressive. Let's just be real. Last thing he done impressive is the Willie Nelson fight. And that's only because Willie Nelson beat Tony Harrison. Other than that, my man is the vacant
You shouldn't
title
downplay
champ.
it, though, because you love Tony Harrison.
I do.
And he was the first guy to beat Tony Harrison.
Willie Nelson.
I know, yeah.
But as soon as you sat down, I said the biggest thing he's done is Nelson.
Willie Nelson, yeah.
And
I agree with you.
And then the biggest thing he's done as of late is Quigley. That's insane.
But he hasn't lost.
How could you? Willie Nelson never been a champion. Willie Nelson never been a champion. And Quigley's only won a regional. I think like a WBA.
WBO or WBA.
Oceania.
Yeah.
Ireland belt.
Yeah, something like that.
Come on, bro. Like,
it was the NABO.
How you gonna lose if you not fighting dudes? Canelo lost. Listen. You wearing a shirt, but this is what I'm saying. I don't get dudes like you. You wearing a shirt.
It's not for you to get people like me.
But it's cool. But you wearing a shirt to diss a dude that moved up to challenge himself versus a champion. But then you defend a dude that ain't fought a champion.
I just want him to get a big fight.
No, you heard that? You defend a dude that ain't fought a champion, Papi.
Okay.
He never fought a current champion.
He was scheduled to fight a champion.
He never fought a current champion.
He was scheduled to fight Saunders.
He never fought a current champion. That fucking hurts y'all. He never fought a current champion.
It doesn't really matter.
That's crazy.
All the guys you guys
Devin Haney
won't fight him.
Devin Haney fought a current champion.
Just fight him. Do what you did with Tyrone Zoiger and Rocky Fielding. Fight him and get him out the way so we can get rid of this piss stain in boxing.
But that's the point. Rocky Fielding.
If he's garbage,
Rocky Fielding was a necessary
get him
evil.
out.
No, see, you're short-sighted. Rocky Fielding was a necessary evil. It wasn't a belt. It was let me check that division. Oh shit, I can hang. I took this over. I'm undisputed.
That was his first fight in New York.
Who's undisputed?
Wow, 168 Canelo.
All right.
Okay.
So what was his first fight at 68?
Canelo was freaking
Rocky Fielding.
Yeah.
So how am I wrong? He went up there to test the water. He put his toe with a dude you knew he could beat. He said, ooh, está caliente. Fuck it. Let me get in that water. Take over the division. That's the same thing he did at 75. Put a toe with the dude who drinks.
He sussy Benavidez at 68.
He put a toe in the water with the dude who drinks. Let me test this water. Oh, shit. Pop, 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 pop. Nah, man, that's fake, man. He was old, man. He had alcohol. Fuck. Now I got to fight this other dude. Fuck it, to show him. You know? And it didn't go right.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Who the fuck has Andre tested himself with? Ugas has fought tougher opposition than Andrade. Okay. And Ugas got 4 losses. 5 now.
Andrew just doing what he's got to do, man. He's winning his fights. The guys you put in, you can't beat who they put in front of you.
First of all, let me ask you
like
something.
Floyd said, you
talk to Paul. Tell Paul this. I know you're gonna listen, Paul. They talk all that shit. Why you signed with Star Boxing and RD Palulo? You was a fucking Olympian. You was in Gary Russell, Deontay Wilder's class.
2008.
You're the only fuck that signed at Star Boxing. Who's their biggest name?
Joe Smith Jr.
Who was ever their biggest name? Andre the Olympian. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You made your bed, lie in that motherfucker. And let me tell you who he is. He bought a big-ass house in Providence. He ain't on social media because he happy. You coming on here talking about Thurman complacent. That motherfucker's complacent. He ain't been doing shit for the last 3 years but growing his dreads. That's it.
Okay.
And Charlo and them bit had dreads. Let's be real.
Dreads around the ring, then get him out of boxing if he's so bad.
He not in boxing. When the last time he fought?
November.
Jason Quigley.
Yeah.
The same dude Shane just beat, right?
Yeah.
Well, didn't Shane beat
Yeah, but
Rosado.
the question was answered November.
No, Shane beat Rosado. My bad. I thought that was the same dude. I don't know, man. I just can't. You got to do something for me to get behind you, man.
Then tell Jamal to fight him. They both pull out of fights.
No, I think that fight could happen if your man smartens up, gets off his 2015 Crawford shit, and goes across the street. See, my prediction,
I think he should.
This is my prediction. He's never been hurt. And Charlo's never been hurt. Charlo back ain't hurt. He was in the club. I seen you. And Andrade ain't hurt. He in the gym kissing his daughter on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Neither one of you fucks is hurt. I'm hoping. This is me crossing the fingers, praying to the boxing gods.
I hope so too.
That fight gets announced. Because two dudes pulled out of fights that they ain't. They both were shit fights.
Yeah.
They both were shit fights, so I'm hoping they pulled out to make a real fight. That's all I'm hoping.
Because the way I see it, they need each other.
Because he ain't with Matchroom no more.
Yeah.
So he can easily come across the street, beg for forgiveness. I know I fucked up. I was young. I needed to secure generational wealth. Rock Nation offered me $500,000. At that time, I never seen it. Please forgive me. I just want to fight. I'm getting old. I just want to make legacy. Be real. You fucked up.
Yeah,
you had 2 fucking promoters and try to sign to a third one. You stupid. Not them. They gave you a fight. Yeah. You about to cut 3 different pieces of your check with 3 different promoters. Don't forget he had managers.
And trainers.
Of course he pulled out the Jamel Charlo fight. And trainers. He ain't getting no money. They offered you $500, but you got to cut 3 promoters and a trainer. God knows what else you got going on. Not my business. I'm just saying.
But he still managed to get a big house out of it, so.
In Providence.
It all worked out.
In Providence. It snows a lot over there.
Yeah, but he likes it, so he's happy. As long as he's happy, that's all that matters, right? My happiness doesn't matter. Your happiness doesn't matter with him.
But you are right. I'm pretty sure a house in Providence is more expensive than Texas. For the size that he has.
Yeah, more square feet.
No, I just think more dollar per square foot if you want to Google it. I don't know. I got another one from you from Young Tigre, also in San Antonio, says, what round does Canelo knock out Boo Boo? No, excuse me. He's actually said, what round does Canelo knock Boo Boo the fuck out?
They got to fight.
But you think Andre wins?
I don't even care, to be honest with you. I just want to see the fight. I don't care. For me, I'm just a boxing fan. I just want to see the fights. Like, people think I'm like this angry guy who just hates Canelo.
Why do you want to see a fight? Like, a phrase in boxing is
undisputed at 160.
A phrase in boxing is, what have you done for me lately, bro? Yeah. So why am I campaigning for Andre that's done fuck off for me? What has he done? Like, what has he done in his last 6 fights that has me believing he should be in there?
Well, what did Bivol do in his last 6 fights that has you believing?
What you mean? You just said it. He beat champions.
I mean,
you're not even making sense.
He beat Joe Smith, who wasn't a champion yet.
Joe Smith had the WBC when he knocked out Bernard. What was that, an interim?
No, that was like the...
Silver?
Yeah, something like that.
He definitely...
Nothing crazy.
Go up to that.
That's the WBO.
No. I'm pretty sure he either had a WBC and a WBA. Let me check.
Probably,
I'll check.
Probably some bullshit.
I'll check.
Yeah.
I'll check.
It's the same thing.
Oh no, it's not the same.
It's the same thing, man.
So you're saying Bivol's resume and
no, I'm not saying Andrew has a better resume than Bivol, but I'm saying like if you just paid attention to the comments, but when the Bivol fight got made, nobody gave Bivol a chance.
Which fight?
The Canelo.
Of course not. Canelo's just face of boxing.
People were like, oh, this guy, he doesn't knock nobody out. He doesn't have the big power punch to beat the great Canelo. And he showed that punching power and everything. And Canelo ain't punching like that at 175. At
75, a dude that started at 40.
Yeah.
The fact that people talk with disdain in their voice of a dude that's showing you what the definition of pound for pound. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I'm pulling up. Who we said? Who we had to look up?
Was it Joe Smith, WBC?
Yes, Joe Smith.
He was not champion.
I got him here, World Boxing Council International Light Heavyweight Champion. So that's an interim?
International, or what they say?
It ain't a world title. That's what I do know.
Yeah, it ain't a world title. Let me see. Before that was international. After that, it was still international.
And look,
he became. Oh yeah,
and I know a lot of people.
Bivol for the BA, he lost.
Yeah.
Then he fought Hart.
He got his jaw bought by Sullivan Barrera and lost to him.
Yeah, so
good fight though. Good fight.
He only became champion
when he beat Vlasov, Maxime Vlasov.
Yep, and defended it versus Gaffard.
Steve Gaffard, shout out South Florida.
But Joe Smith is a top contender. Like, who's Joe Smith on Andre's resume?
Maybe Willie Nelson.
Damn.
Vanes.
I like Vanes. He had a very good amateur background. He beat Bradley. He beat Trout. He was decent. He just it didn't pan out in the pros. Like
yeah. Truthfully, man, like I like Andrade. He's a fantastic fighter.
I don't know. I think you're wrong.
Even me, like being a defender, I'm growing a little frustrated with him. Not.
I think you're wrong though. Joe Smith has had some decent names, bro.
No, he has.
He got Will Rolinski. He got Andre Fonfora, Bernard Hopkins, Sutherland Barrera, Dimitri Bivol, Jesse Hart, Elderly Alvarez,
Vlasov,
and then Beterbiev. Like,
no, it's a good resume. I never said Boo Boo's resume.
He in there mixing it up for real. Yo, and Boo Boo was always on some bullshit. When it was time to fight Jacobs, that's my cousin. That's my friend. Andre Rozier, that's my nephew.
It's my uncle.
But
you know
everyone's Andre Rozier's nephew.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. But when it came down to fight and everybody was family, and that's what I'm saying. Benavidez ain't your friend. Matter of fact, I know what we got to do. I know what we got to do. We gonna wake up Brendan real quick, man.
What's he gonna do?
When Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus.
El Bandera
Rojo! Yeah. Listen. I'm the boogeyman.
Yeah?
I love it.
To everybody that's in 168, you know, I'm coming for everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. Charlo,
it's a nice song.
Canelo, I'm coming for all of them.
Canelo, hell of a fighter. But it's my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez.
I think everybody wants to see me against Canelo, right?
David Benavidez.
Yo, he's a beast.
This brother right
here.
I'd like to see Canelo against somebody like that.
I definitely like punishing and hurting individuals. That's what I love to do.
And now Benavidez unloading.
I got a lot of power too, and I throw punches and bunches, and I don't get tired.
Here's the jab. Leads with the right, and there's that hand speed.
I'm ready to fight whoever, whenever. I can beat Canelo tomorrow, and I can beat Charlo tomorrow too. Big Charlo want to get it too?
So Charlo would be the alternative?
He don't want to get in the ring with me because he's a pussy. That's why.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
I agree with him.
I've never liked Caleb Plant. It's never been a secret. I never liked Caleb Plant.
Somebody got to shut this boy up.
I don't want to be nobody's friend. I'm here to knock people out.
I don't want to be your friend. I'm here to knock people out. He ain't on that Andre Jacobs shit. He ain't on none of that shit, man. Tell your man, fight him.
Will do.
He want to fight. He want to fight with whoever. We need that. And Andre needs that fight desperately.
He needs any fight desperately at this point.
I mean, but you beat somebody like this.
Now people will start to take you a lot more serious.
Or the Stephen A. Smiths, the Max Kellermans, they're going to be like, oh, this is why Canelo avoided him.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Do something to make that be more of a reality is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
We still got some more for you. I hope you ain't in a rush.
No, you got me.
Good. Let me get back to that. Danny, you alive over there?
Yeah, champ. I'm just
Danny in the zone.
Mm-hmm. Going through IG naked pics.
Going through who?
IG naked pics.
Oh, naked.
It's the thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I would rather. Yeah, I mean,
you on Twitter?
No, I'm not on Twitter.
Nah, he definitely not.
Y'all know where he at if he on Twitter.
Nah, you can screen share me. I ain't on Twitter. Yeah. I ain't on Twitter.
Oh, man, damn.
I'm on my best behavior.
Good.
Yo, what I told y'all, see? Aram is saying this because he already told Lou, I ain't fucking with you.
What happened?
Aram, and I quote, might be worthwhile for Kambosos to take a tune-up instead of immediate rematch with Haney. Yeah. I told y'all that shit ain't happening, man.
I'm with him. We don't want to see that shit again.
You don't?
Nah, I'm good. I think Devin proved his point the first fight. Let George go see if he can still be a top guy or one of the top guys.
What'd you expect? Or was it kind of what you expected?
I expected a better fight. You know, I thought George would be a lot more competitive than he was, but Devin really got all the way in his bag that night. The feints was on point, the up jab. You know, I would like to see maybe throw the right hand a bit more, but you can't nitpick when you perform that well under those circumstances on the road. So shout out to Devin Haney.
Yeah, shout out to the champ. Shout out to him for joining us in studio upon returning from Australia.
Yeah.
You got anything else, champ?
I do. Let me see here. We got Brendan. So we last stopped off on Rue in New Orleans, right?
Huh?
I think we stopped off at Young Tigre. We did Brandon. Who had the best looking combos on Canelo? Was it Bivol or was it Floyd?
The best looking combos?
Mm-hmm. This is from Mr. PBC.
I would say, as far as combos, maybe Bivol. I think Bivol. Because a lot of Floyd's best shots in that fight were counters. Remember, like a lot of sharp shooting off the ropes. You know, I'll say Bivol. Bivol will throw 2-3, land on Canelo.
You just made that man's day. You know,
Did he really?
Oh, of course. He thinks Bivol's the greatest thing.
Since sliced bread?
Since sliced bread. He said that he prays to Jesus Christ and then Dimitri Bivol. His words.
Well, there you have it.
Damn.
Oh, what you did, bro? Come on, man.
What is that?
You fucked up the studio. George, cut his mic. You did something, bro. Wow. And Bougie in Broward, also Florida, says, what's good, champ? Thanks for coming on. Quick question. Bivol or Arthur, if they caught right, well, I guess he meant fought right now, and AJ versus Usyk rematch, who you got and why? And I heard you're from Daniel Beach, yeah.
Oh, Daniel Beach, okay. Yeah. Hey, well, shout out to Bougie and Broward.
Yep.
Broward County, South Florida, stand up. Yeah, all the way from it.
He said, let's link up, champ.
Yeah. Ask him where they're at.
He's in Broward.
Oh, he's in Broward, but like where in Broward? Like what city? Because it's Broward.
He's probably on the line.
Broward's a county.
Yeah.
But the question was Beterbiev Bivol. I would say right now, I would favor Beterbiev. I think Bivol will outbox him early
until he gets hit,
and then eventually Archer's gonna close that gap, or maybe Bivol overextend like a jab, because Archer can counterpunch. We saw against Smith, and we've seen in a couple other fights, like he can counterpunch really well. So I think the fights can go either way, but I will lead towards Beterbiev. And then what was the second question?
AJ Usyk. Who you picking?
AJ Usyk. Oof. I'll go Usyk. We'll go Usyk. I don't think Robert Garcia can do a whole lot to like change his style. I think actually AJ's having an identity crisis. Like he's trying to get back to the AJ he was when he was a young contender, prospect champion. Now he's got, them M's in the bank. He's got the corporate endorsement deals. I don't think he's that same guy anymore. And Robert Garcia's never really trained many heavyweights, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like just because you train smaller guys.
But he got one that he's got to 11-0, and he's been with him from the beginning.
Who?
Mexican. We were just at the gym.
We've met him.
I'm saying he's never had like a creme de la creme, like top.
Mike Perez.
Perez. I mean, yeah, he was a contender. He was solid. But
he didn't win the WBA?
The title, like that legitimate title.
I don't know. I thought I said, but you know, it's
I
like
remember
you said,
he lost to Brian Jennings.
It's like you said, they confuse everybody.
They confusing us. We follow this shit every
because
day.
it's like I remember him with a belt. Now I don't know, is it a real belt?
Yeah, you know that shit.
But yeah, I'm going with Usyk. I just think his styles are on for AJ.
But what about the fact that, you know, they on some, I'm about to walk his ass down and be a big man now?
Well, hey, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll matter if he tries that. If he tries that, he's gonna get clipped.
Yo, Mike
Usyk almost stopped him the first fight. I think if he tries that shit, he's gonna get stopped this fight.
You said Mike what, Danny?
No, I said Mike Perez still fighting. Just fought.
Really? Who
Just
he
fought. Yeah.
It's a club fight?
Yeah. It was it was a fight in Dubai. It was actually for a regional belt.
Oh my lord, Mike Perez getting back in the mix.
But yo, he was never.
Yeah. He fought in Dubai not too long ago.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those Probellum shows.
He's at cruiserweight now. He's been at cruiserweight for
He was really
while.
more of a natural cruiserweight to me.
Yeah. Because
Wasn't a
I'm
big
trying to
heavyweight.
see, like, he fought Brian Jennings at heavyweight,
Yup,
Carlos
remember
Takam at heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's been at cruiser since 2017. He's been at cruiser since 2017. And he actually fought for the cruiserweight title against Bradis and lost.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
Yeah.
Bradis.
Fought Bradis.
Good fighter.
Yeah, look, he's
I want to see Lawrence Okoli and Bradis get it on some point.
Yeah, if they could
for
ever
sure.
get that fight.
Yeah. I saw Lawrence was just down in Miami at the Mundo gym. I saw him get some work in.
Who?
He sparred one of the local fighters, really good young kid, Lorenzo Medina, who just won the U.S. Nationals, I think, at heavyweight. He turned pro. He's 1-0, one knockout right now. So he's just really early in his pro journey. But it was some good work. 8 rounds. Did about 8 rounds.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't watched him spar, but
Really?
We were invited. We were invited for Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh wait, he's still in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. He was just here yesterday.
I know that. I saw that. But
yeah, he's here for the next few weeks, according to him.
okay.
Yeah, we'll be probably maybe next door at the UFC Institute.
Is that what they're sparring? Or what are they sparring at?
It might be at the UFC
Oh.
Institute. Yeah, it depends.
'Cause I know like a couple guys from his team that I met that saw they were posting things at the UFC Institute, doing kicks and hitting the bag.
Yeah. He
Fucking
kind of he kind of stirred things up.
Only thing I'm kicking is Andrade off the fucking pound list.
no.
It was coming.
All right, let me see what we got for Brandon. Still got more. Looks like. Oh, actually, I think Bougie
Yo,
was last.
what's up with Dominicans not being able to wake up on time, bro?
I wake up on time. I just get here late because I'm in the fucking parking lot smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like I be here every day by like 45, the latest. I just like being in my car smoking.
Yeah.
I got Victor Banuelos that says, who has a better resume, Andrade or Tank? Obviamente Tank. What the fuck?
Tank.
He fought Leo and he fought Pedraza. Pedraza's a 2-time champ.
Pedraza actually turned out to be one of the better Puerto Rican fighters.
Yeah. And he doesn't get the credit. Pobrecito.
No.
Yo, Puerto Ricans are whack. Like, if you're not from the Isla, they don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
So, even though Pedraza's from the Isla, but he's just not popular enough. Maybe it's because he's too white?
I don't know.
You Puerto Rican?
Yeah, part.
Yeah, because it looks like you got to be Trigueño to get some love.
Yeah.
How dark was Benitez?
He wasn't that dark.
Oh, no?
No, I don't think he was that dark.
I mean, and Cotto wasn't that dark either,
No.
even though he tanned well.
Just, I guess it comes down to whoever's promoted better earlier.
Well, I guess so, yeah, because Pedraza was with Gary Shaw early.
Yeah.
So
I know he's supposed to fight Richard Comey soon, 140.
Yo, you gotta love Top Rank, man. They give motherfuckers an opportunity. Like, anywhere else when you lose, they don't fuck with you no more. Top Rank, if you lose, come on back.
Yeah.
Nakatani, what? Tio beat you up? Come on back, bro.
Yeah, he fought for Dejo.
Yeah.
Bro, but look though, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's good because UFC laughs at us like, oh, you guys, one loss doesn't define a fighter, and it fucking doesn't.
Yeah, boxing
doesn't.
Boxing's fickle. Like even about like boxing, a lot of boxing fans, the boxing industry is very fickle.
Mm-hmm. Boxing, it's a tough sport to follow.
It is.
He said, tell him I'm everywhere in Broward, mainly Fort Lauderdale.
There you go.
I love Fort Lauderdale, man. It was just too expensive, bro.
Shout out to Las
It's like the new Miami.
It is, but it's common to Miami. Miami's ratchet now. Miami's real ratchet.
Sucks.
Yeah.
My producer wants me to play the Bivol show opener.
Let's go.
Because you have a Bivol shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at. Because we don't use that garbage.
You don't want to give Danny PTSD over here with Bivol.
You got me muted?
Bro.
Oh, you got me muted because of Danny.
He has a good power. He has a good skills, but
Fix your shit, bro.
most of people
What you want
think
me to
about
do?
You got the shit muted
At the
because of
end
you,
the day,
bro.
Every cheater has their day.
he has a good power. He has a good skills, but most of people think about him like he's untouchable.
Bivol's the best fighter since Floyd Mayweather.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Motherfucker easy, man.
Bivol is always gonna be Canelo.
He's still undefeated and still the WWE
Fucking headband. Canelo. Bullshit.
I wanted to see the dog in you, bro. The dog in you, because at the end of the day, if you a champion, you supposed to be the best.
Sometimes it's funny.
And you all should believe in yourself. And you achieve what you want.
I told y'all niggas had me in the dirt. I came out the mud. No dirt. Bivol, baby.
SDS Promotions.
All right. I think
the
that
end of the
is
day.
all the calls. I mean, all the questions. Let me refresh one more time in case anyone slid something in. Can you check the super chats, Mr. Alvarez?
Yes, indeed. 1 second.
Shout out to Bivol, man.
He said he just followed you on IG.
Dope.
Cousin Bougie.
There you go. I'll
He
get
said
back to you.
Cousin Booze.
Let
Let me see.
I was
Size
gonna
matters.
ask.
Yo, but why do you love Mark Magsayo? He beat Gary Russell Jr.
Are they asking me that?
I don't know. Size matters. Yo, but why do
Oh,
you love
I know that.
No, they might be talking to me.
No, I think they're talking to me. I can't stand Mark
'Cause-
Magsayo. I know who Size Matters is. I know who that is.
okay.
I don't like Mark Magsayo.
Why?
I feel like they're pushing him too much. Like I saw him fight against Julio Ceja, who was an 18-pounder. Julio Ceja was, he got knocked him out, but it's just like Mark has some good raw talent, but I just don't think the talent matches like some of the hype. Like they keep
Me
trying.
neither. I thought he lost to Gary. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Me too. And if even if he didn't lose, it at least should have been a draw.
I should have. I can't believe that was Al. I think Al was tired of Gary only fighting once a year and not fighting big names.
Yeah.
Even though Gary likes to say it's everyone else ducking him, but like maybe it's only because you wanted certain names. Maybe you only wanted Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you only wanted Tank. I don't know. It was unfortunate. I would have loved to see. I was really behind Gary when he was talking that Crawford and that Devin Haney, that Tank shit. But the dude's a liar. It's like you've never got out of the 126-pound division. When are you gonna move out of that division? You've been talking about Crawford. You've been talking about Tank. You've been talking about Haney.
Devin, yeah.
You've been talking about everybody. Ryan.
We've been talking about like complacent fighters as a theme of this show. That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Complacent fighter.
No. And when you said that, I said no. It's Al's fault. I never wanted to believe it, but. Come on, man. You paying a dude $800,000 to file a mandatory. It's like, bro, I don't got to work. Regular people make $30,000 to $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you giving me $8 to fight one fight. I'm chilling with my family the rest of the year. He don't even care about jewelry. He wears like wood jewelry. They not into that like materialistic things. Like I'm sure he looking at that 800, that 1 point whatever as like, man, this shit gonna hold me on for 5 years.
Yeah.
And when I fight next year, that's another 5 years. Like, bro, and they still in Baltimore.
I think he's like I heard he has like a business. Like,
and it ain't nothing wrong with staying in your hometown, but it just show you how. What's the right word? Like
maybe he's not evolving or
no. It's like you said, complacent. He's settled.
Yeah.
He's happy with that.
He's
and that's
comfortable.
okay.
He's comfortable.
And that's okay. Like he goes to the gym. He likes to train the young kids. He probably done with fighting. Boxing, like you said about Danny, boxing gave him everything he needs, and he's good.
That's why you really gotta appreciate the guys like Floyd who got all the money in the world
and never changed.
And they train like they're broke. They're a broke 1-0 prospect.
Who do you think is like that right now
in boxing?
Yeah.
Devin Haney. But people gonna say I'm the Haney voice, but that's because I get to see him train.
Because Devin don't come from the slums. He's a rich kid. He was having his birthday at the Palms when he was like 14, 15 years old.
True.
Let me see. Who do I think that's like that in boxing now? You know, I like these Russian dudes, man. Bivol and Beterbiev, man. I feel like these guys. Well, we'll see now with Bivol, right? Because he just beat Canelo.
I mean,
he's a guy.
I mean, you said he ain't fought nobody, so Bivol, right?
I didn't say that. When did I say that?
I mean, outside of Canelo,
no, he fought people.
He ain't fought. He
fought Smith.
No,
fought Joe Smith Jr.
Oh, that's what it was. No, we were talking about it. Yeah, but it was like it was at that point. You like, oh yeah, he ain't fought no world champion.
He fought Sullivan Bray.
He ain't fought. Yeah, I'm saying, but he
He's
ain't
not a
fought,
world champ.
I know.
You know, but regardless, yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I'm trying to think of guys who have money who are like still reigning, because you know it'll be easy for me to say like, oh yeah, like the smaller guy, because they haven't really made much money yet, because they don't get paid.
They making more than them. Devin making more than them.
I know. So Devin.
Core might be making more than.
Oh, you know what? I got a guy fighting this weekend. Bam Rodriguez. This guy was at 108 a couple fights ago, or before the last fight. Jumped up 2 weight classes, fought Cuadras on 6 days' notice, beat him easily. After that, he would have been well within his rights to say, you know what, I'm going down to 108, back to my natural weight, or 112.
112.
He's going to fight Rungvisai. He's going to fight Rungvisai this weekend. And then if he beats Rungvisai, he's probably going to get a fight with Chocolatito or Gallo next. So that's a guy I really feel like people need to like put more respect on his name, because it's like he doesn't really talk a lot. He's not really, you know, gonna give you the best sound bites, but he's challenging himself like very few of these young guys are.
Like Canelo has done throughout his career.
No, that's what I'm saying. They praise other people for doing what Canelo's done 20 years ago.
They never put down any fighters. They never said a guy's a horrible fighter, or that they act like they're above boxing.
But brother, you trying to condemn Canelo for saying the truth. We think Andrade looks sloppy.
Okay, you can think what you want. 32-0 two-division champion.
So if we can think what we want, why are you condemning Canelo for his opinion?
I'm not condemning him. I'm not condemning Canelo.
So why can't you give him the praise for what?
I've always said, if you've anybody who's ever listened to me, past all the like, I joke around a lot and I talk my trash and whatnot, but like, I've always said Canelo is an A-level fighter. I think Canelo beat Benavidez. They fight.
We got to see it.
Make it happen. I want to see it happen.
Do you think he beats Bivol?
Canelo? Maybe.
Who wins that fight? Gun to your head.
Right now, if I'm being unbiased, if I had to pick a guy, I would actually probably favorite Canelo right now, because I think Boo-Boo's legs aren't what they once were. If I'm being unbiased.
Neither is his accuracy.
You a motherfucker. We got any more questions?
You might as well put a bat in his hand the way he be swinging. He like, yo, that shit crazy,
You gotta
man.
get him on the show, man. I want to see.
He's scared to come on this show. Andre used to be my man, as you can see.
Yeah.
He just stopped answering questions because they don't want you to tell the truth. They want me to lie and say you killing it. You not killing it. Yeah. Don't nobody want to see you fight Walter. I'm not going to ruin his name. You know, Walter Akakov, a.k.a. Wolverine, fucking Luke Keeler, Jason Quick. Man, get that shit out of here, bro. I ain't got time for that. Like, there's 1,500 fighters only at middleweight. And you fighting that. Of course I'm not talking about you. So then they catch feelings like it's my fault. No, motherfucker, it's your fault. Because I pay to watch you.
Yeah.
I pay Showtime every month to watch Showtime. Just like I got to pay for these goddamn pay-per-views. I don't steal. This is the only sport I watch. Y'all watch basketball.
Yeah,
you did a Super Bowl and slam dunk. I don't do that. So I give them all my money because that's only one I fuck with.
Boxing, yeah.
And they don't even treat me good. Andre ain't giving me what I want.
Yeah.
He been on a diet. Motherfucker been on a diet for like 7 fights. 7 fights. He could come and sit in this chair and tell me I'm lying, and he won't find a way to say I'm lying.
Yeah.
Bro, Benavidez runs through all them dudes in the same night. The same night. And I'll give him credit. The only one that would be tough because he's a little bit of a cheater is Williams. But Williams will not. He will not have the success he had with Andre with Benavidez. Benavidez will steamroll his little ass for trying to get tough. Andre was in there trying to box
Chris
him.
Eubank steamrolled his ass.
Blanked him.
Yeah. Like, was it 3 or 4 knockdowns?
Blanked him.
Yeah.
Just like he did Yildirim. And it wasn't bad when Eubank fought Yildirim, only when Canelo fought.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Meanwhile, Yildirim been in the ring with better names than Andrade.
Yeah.
He might have not won, but he been in the ring. He tested himself.
He gave Anthony Durrell
He tested himself, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't, Like I'll back you until you not doing what you got to do. Like, bro, I got the Walter fight. Oh, Billy Joe pulled out. Cool, Walter. Okay. Then you fight Wolverine next? Okay. New contract. Your third fight better be something. Because now you sitting with your team like, bro, you said Billy Joe, you got me this fucking late replacement. Cool, I was a world champion, my pay grade goes up. Mm-hmm. Now I got to make a defense versus a nobody again that he's only known for losing to Billy Joe 2-3 years before that?
Akavov, yeah. Close fight too.
Telling you, I mean, they do it to themselves. Like, you could say no. And I get it. You don't want to say no because I don't say no to coming to work because I know I need the money. So they ain't going to say no to the fight that they offered that they don't like. But you must. You must because who you fight is who you are.
As long as you do your job. you gotta be who's in front of you.
Bro, you could do your job. You ain't making it to the Hall of Fame.
No, not yet. It's got to get like 2.
You ain't going to make it to the Hall of Fame, just doing your job. Just saying.
Can't do the bare minimum.
At all.
Yeah.
But I think that is all the questions.
Yeah, for Boo Boo to make the Hall of Fame, I think I would need...
What names?
He's got to undispute.
He got to undispute.
And that might not even get him in his Spinks in.
He got to undispute.
Is Judah in?
Zab Judah?
Yeah. He been undisputed. No. That's what I'm saying. So you don't even know that going to be
it took guys like Donald Curry and Marlon Stalin who ran through divisions years to get in the Hall of Fame. I'm not even sure if Marlon Stalin's in the Hall of Fame, but I know Donald Curry just got in like over the last couple of years. And he knocked out great fighters.
No, I was thinking like who would he have to beat to make it?
Mm-hmm.
It
Canelo, Benavidez.
would have to be Canelo at 68.
The biggest names.
Yeah. And I agree with those two. At least one Charlo.
Yeah, one of the Charlos.
And Koke twice. Because that was a split decision. No, that was a split decision. So I don't,
to do it again.
Man, fuck out of here. Man, he'll make the Rhode Island Hall of Fame.
That was a late response. I swear to God. That was the Rhode Island Hall of Fame. You ain't shit.
Damn.
Nah, he might make the New York. Don't New York got one like the round 8 or something?
Round 8, yeah. They got
What's that like a participant? No, what's that?
Oh, you disrespect. You end this shit.
Hey,
end this shit before we get fired. Yo, give out your social media, Brendan.
Yeah, my
and YouTube.
Yeah, my social media is at Justin Kiffin Daniel, like you see on the screen, and then my YouTube is True School Sports, TRU, True School Sports. We talking that world class
traditional spelling.
No, TRU like the way 2 Chainz say it, like TRU.
Oh, like true.
Yeah, True School Sports.
Yeah.
So.
2 Chainz.
We on there talking great boxing every day like you guys do on here.
What time you go live?
Normally,
is it upload or live?
Both. I do both.
Okay.
But live, normally between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah.
Okay.
Eastern.
Yeah, so it'll be 5, 6
p.m.
over here. Yeah.
Yep. So like today, right when you guys are done with us, you could head over to Brandon's channel, and then he'll be live. He'll be live by the time we done. So
yeah, and
we done though.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
It's Thursday, champ. You know that, right?
Yeah, we back at 4, not now.
That's what I'm saying. So by the time we done today at 4, like by the time we done, they can just go over to Brandon's channel.
That's what I'm saying. Come and join the untouchable True School Sports Empire and just watch the interviews and stuff that we do. Like we were just in Philly with Boots Ennis and Bozy.
How was that?
Oh, it was great. I had a great like the best experience possible because that gym's in the gutter, North Philadelphia, and it's a real boxing gym.
Bro, that's crazy because Boots was just saying how that gym is a like he was like, oh no, this ain't the gutter. Like this
it's
ain't,
not. No.
Well, no, he was saying because that ain't the gym they started. He's like, no, this is nice compared to where we started.
Oh, okay.
He like, you should have seen. He like, we only been here like 3 years. He like, you should see where we started at.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Damn.
I was told it was like a really bad part of Philly, and I went there. I was like,
no, I've never been. It very well may be, and I don't want to. But I'm just saying, I've seen the gym, and I'm like, oh, okay, it looks like a pretty rough East Coast boxing gym.
But it's great though.
And he was like, no, this. He's like, we work. He's like, but no, this new. We just got in here like 3 years ago. the old gym, and then he said where the other gym was at. But I guess there was another one. We may be heading out there soon.
You should. I would recommend you guys go out there. It's a must, because when you go to that gym, it's just like a big. It feels like a family cookout. You got the kids running around the gym. You got great sparring going on. Really good fighters. Stephen Fulton was there that day as well. I had a chance to talk to him. So, yeah, man, definitely Philly's. I want to go again.
Sounds like an awesome experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something we trying to put together now.
I know, man. Yo, getting to the East is so hard. So you did a few stops before you came here?
Yeah, so I went to the Beterbiev fight with my dad. I took my dad to the fight, and then went to Philly while we were in New York. We went to Philly for like a couple hours to get boots and all them. Then we came back to New York for the fight. Then I went home for like 2 days, South Florida, and then from South Florida I flew here. So yeah, it's been on the go.
He just flying.
Non-stop on the go.
So no rentals, right? Doing Ubers?
Yeah. Well, today I had a friend drop me off here today, but yeah.
That's my thing when I fly. It's like, now I gotta rent a car.
Yeah, no.
Or
stuck.
Like public transportation, or you get what I'm saying.
Well, New York, it's easy because they got the subway. They got the subway.
Yeah, which is cool,
I hate the subways,
bro.
but I'll take them.
It's cool for me in a sense, like I can do that, and it's like they're everywhere, and I can get. Bro, you can't do that shit out here.
No.
You get what I'm saying? So,
here is kind of like in that sense. Here's kind of like Florida. Like if you need a car,
right? So,
or at bare minimum a scooter or something to get around.
Well, I wouldn't say exactly like Florida. Florida, you need a car or you ain't going nowhere. At least here, you could walk to a store. It might end up being 0.8. Or maybe even a mile, but you're going to see a store. You ain't seeing no stores in Florida.
That's true.
A mile ain't shit. A mile might be your fucking street.
That's a fact. That's a
fact. For you in Sarasota, what was the nearest grocery store?
Oh, you was in Sarasota?
I was 1.7.
That's why I was. You in Sarasota? Man.
No, I was 1.7 away from Walmart. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
1.8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. From Walmart.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm in a unique area. No one expected my city to pop, and it's flourishing right now. If you Google it and shit, like they put millions into the infrastructure of that city. And it happens to be in a great county. Sarasota County is one of the richest in Florida. So
yeah, it is.
I got lucky. I only found that shit because I was looking for affordable houses. You know what I mean? And the market changed and it's no longer affordable. So I just got lucky. For real. I didn't know anything about Northport, Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I went where I could afford, and it ended up being a fantastic area.
No, it's very relaxing over there. I know it's very quiet. It's very quiet.
Super. I miss it, but this is so much better for the show. Like, look, you're here. Everyone comes. Akoli visits. Everyone visits Vegas more than they. Florida, we visit, but it's so big. Like, I might go to fucking Deltona or Fort Lauderdale or be in Sarasota, which is 3 hours from all three of those.
You definitely need a car.
Bro, because when you was like from this point in Florida to this point, you probably got 25, 26 gyms.
Hell yeah.
That's 3 counties. That's 3 counties
but that's what I'm saying. Out of those 25, 26 gyms, how many names are you gonna get from those?
No,
gyms?
they're all names. The thing is, it's not worth the drive.
Yeah.
If they were 10 minutes from him, then it'd be worth it. But to drive 3 hours for a 10-0 dude that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to drive 10 minutes for a 10-0 dude ain't that bad. So it's like if he is in Fort Lauderdale, from Fort Lauderdale to Hialeah is at least 30 minutes.
That more.
Look at that. With traffic.
With traffic. I
so
mean,
now he stopped there. He stopped there to see Luis Ortiz and Timothy Moulton, who's replicating Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
He seen that. He got his interview. He get in his car. He's trying to go to Pedro Diaz gym in Hialeah.
Yeah.
It's another fucking 2 hours, damn near, because of the traffic.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And you talk about Hialeah.
What's crazy is too is like now, like I mean, there were years where I was covering boxing where I didn't really have no like transportation. I mean, I got me a nice little scooter now, so it's easy to get from point A to point B. But like, I remember taking like the tri-rail, the trains in Florida. I took the tri-rail from Opelika one time to Boca for I don't even remember who I interviewed, but I was there one. I done some crazy trips. So
tell us about it. Yeah.
You have to. If you really have the passion, you've done crazy things to get to these places, man, because it's not easy.
No.
And like you said in Boca, like my man over there,
Kevin Cunningham?
Del Santos.
Derek Santos, that's my guy.
But Sullivan Barrera is the last big name.
Yeah.
So it's like you make a trip all the way to Boca, hoping Chris Algieri's there,
Yeah.
who's
And they
not really popping anymore.
They got some decent, prospects, but yeah, nobody big name. They got Dominique Francis, good fighter. Eric Tudor, a good fighter, but yeah, nobody who's like a household name.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'll still go.
So it makes it harder for him, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'll still
support
go,
his
though.
channel.
I'll still go though.
Support his channel. Give him that follow, that subscribe, because, he's putting in miles that other people wouldn't otherwise do because it's not financially beneficial.
Yeah.
You need to start covering my man. He's probably gonna cross over soon, but he's getting old.
Who?
Harold Calderon.
Oh, I know Harold. I've been covering Harold. Me and Harold. I've been covering Harold since like 2018.
Yeah. How old is he now?
Harold's like 32.
Oh my
33.
God, no way. He looks so young. I thought he was 27.
No, Harold's in his 30s. I know Harold.
He been the IBO champ for at least a year.
Yeah.
And nothing come from it.
No. I know the last time I interviewed him, he kind of got mad at me last time I interviewed him because I was trying to campaign for a fight to happen between him and I don't know if you guys know Pete Dobson, Pistol Pete. Dobson.
Pistol Pete, yeah.
Yeah, because
Mike just picked him up. He's with Mike, right?
No.
Mike Leonardi.
No.
No.
You're lying.
Pete's his manager?
Yeah.
No, his manager is Ryan Rickey.
Man, look, I just was on that website.
His manager's
2
Ryan
days
Rickey.
ago.
His trainer's Jeff
me
Ports,
see.
Beterbiev Boxing. But like I wanted them to fight because they started going back and forth with each other, and then I told Harold he should fight Pete. Then Harold was like, "You want me to go backwards?" I'm like, "Backwards? This is a good fight for you. Fight Pete Dobson, man." But he signed Peter Khan. I think he told me, he signed Peter Khan recently, but he hasn't fought one since he signed the deal with Peter Khan. So
man, I knew I wasn't tripping. He's one of his fighters.
Who?
Yeah, he might have been with whoever you just said.
He probably still with Ryan.
Ryan, no, he is.
He probably still with Ryan. You could have a co-manager.
Ryan Rickey, Jeff Ports is his trainer, and he trains at Beterbiev Boxing. I know him very well.
So I wonder. Okay.
Remember Harold brought the stars out when he fought like these club shows. Rick Ross came out one night to one of his fights.
He had that basketball player be training with him too.
James Johnson, the Heat for the Miami Heat. Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen with his career. It seems like, to be honest, like it's not really going anywhere.
Who's his manager?
It's Peter Khan now, but he hasn't really had a manager.
Peter Khan is Harold, or if something's about to happen then?
Yeah. That's what he told me. Big move, but I interviewed him in January at the Ortiz Martin fight.
Yeah, but Khan's been busy with Cambosos.
Yeah. So maybe
and
third and fourth.
Franchon Cruz. He had undisputed with Franchon before he had undisputed with Cambosos.
And he had Xander scheduled to fight as well. So it's like I get it.
So he had a lot of shit going on. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and end it. You want to give out your social media once again? I know you did it, but just in case.
Yes. My social media is on Instagram. It's just a kid from Dania. I'm on Twitter too. I'm on there sometimes at True School Sports on Twitter. And then my YouTube channel, True School Sports, but TRU space school space sports. That's my channel name. I go live pretty much every day. I'm in Vegas now, so while I'm here, I'll probably hit up a couple of gyms and get some more interviews. And I still got interviews in the chamber.
They on you, man. They said True School Sports said Callum Smith isn't that good, although when Canelo fought him, he was undefeated, unified champion, winner of the World Boxing Super Series Muhammad Ali Trophy.
Yeah. What I would tell anybody what I would say to anybody who said that is like, did you actually watch the World Boxing Super Series? Did you watch them?
Yeah. I watched the George Groves.
Did you watch the Nicky Hoshkin fight?
No.
Yeah, nobody watched that fight. Nobody seems to have an answer for that one. He was supposed to fight Jürgen Brämer, who beat Rob Brandt in the first round. Jürgen pulled out. He fought Nicky Hoshkin, who was like a MMA or more kickboxer, who became a boxer. Looked really bad against him, but won. Then he fought Groves and he won. But then, like, before he fought Canelo, I don't know what you think. I don't know if you saw the fight, but I thought he lost to John Ryder.
So did Reynoso.
Yeah, a lot of people thought he lost to John Ryder. And he got the hometown decision because they fought in Liverpool, where he's from, and that's why John couldn't get it. And John's a solid fighter, but he's not going to sell tickets because he's from a small town in the UK. If you're in the UK, if you're not from like Liverpool, Manchester, or London, and you come from like one of them like random towns, you're not going to get like a lot of ticket sales.
Shout out to Brooke in Sheffield. Yeah. He do 30.
Oh, him too. In Sheffield.
I got Brandon Lenzer says they took Devin off the list the same day Ness said a known phrase is "you're not a real champ until you defend," which applies to Cambosos. Coincidence? Yes, it's a fucking coincidence because you can't take Devin off the list for not defending when he don't got no fight. How could you defend without a scheduled fight? He just won the belts. Give him an opportunity to defend.
Yeah.
Don't say he's off the list because he didn't defend. He just fucking won. So weird, these guys. I don't know, like, where do they find or learn the boxing I don't get? Average, no. Yeah, Julio Lopez says, Danny, stay off the weed. Average boxing fan says, this Brendan dude is weak, just like your topic today. My bad.
God bless you.
You know, amen. Yo, we out. Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Nos vemos.
Danny, hasta